these things and in my chains. I am such a loner. San Francisco bases got me slowly taking over. I can't wait to show you that I'm gonna take it over. Lico, beast mode, 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 Lico, beast mode. This is not a main thing, really I'm a coder. Coffee stains and in my chains, I am such a loner. San Francisco bases got me slowly taking over. I can't wait to show you that I'm gonna take it over. Lico, beast mode, 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 Lico, beast mode.
We live. Let everyone roll in. Camille in the building.
Yo,
man, how
what
you
up,
today?
bro? Chilling, bro. How about you, man? Thanks for having me.
IRL. Got him in the flesh. Just chilling. Yo, John, what's up, man? How you doing?
Yo, I'm down.
Oh, yeah. We'll do
I got
yours
you,
too.
John.
Looking at, he's gonna roast my YC app. Let everyone roll in. Bruh, okay, John. When you gotta fly in soon, and we'll do like some funny stuff. Oh, live demo would be funny. Okay, let's. Good for you.
Shit, what you got for me, man? Oh, yo. Let's go.
Congratulations on getting your offer. We're gonna sip this today.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. I could not have done it without my boy, James Peralta. You know,
How
all
you
his help,
feeling?
bro. I'm feeling pretty goated, bro. Can I press the thing?
Yeah, you can hit whatever one. Just once. You just have to click it. So my boy got the Citadel offer. How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good, bro. You know, I'm chilling now. Yeah, just big chilling, bro. I'm gonna hit Vegas next week.
Okay.
You know, make some more money. You know,
Make some
get
money, you're
ready.
gonna gamble it?
Yeah,
Now that
bro.
you're
Gotta gamble, bro.
Are you allowed to gamble if you're working as a quant or not?
Yeah, bro. I think you just can't like invest
Gamble on the
in
stock market.
securities and
I
shit.
see.
Yeah.
That
Like
makes
I think well, you definitely can't invest in the firm's products and stuff. Yeah, that they trade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, John, it's crazy.
Damn, bro.
Yeah,
Thank you, man.
We're
I
gonna
appreciate
set
it.
this up and then
Yeah.
let everyone roll in and ask us any questions. Who's this? Did I pronounce this? Is that Will be?
Yeah, you got it. Good grammar. What up, John?
John, you got questions? Jeter, what's up? How's the audio, by the way?
Yeah, bro. Of course I remember that,
I'm
man.
gonna pop this over. Let's see this YC app. Watch out, don't lean
Yeah,
too
my
far,
bad, my bad.
Just,
Yeah.
or just hit on the other
Hold
side.
Wait, hold on.
On the other side, you can click it so it doesn't move back. Oh, you got a job at Apple? Congratulations. I'm down, man. Hit us up. We're both in the Bay, too. But Camille's going to be gone soon. Damn, you're going to
Yeah.
move to New York?
Yeah, bro. But hey, bro, always be there if you
Yeah,
guys
I mean,
need a
your
spot to
family's
crash,
there.
and yeah.
How
No, my
much are
family's
you
here,
going to
bro.
spend on your apartment? You're going to go do it
Dude,
big or what?
it's so cooked, bro. I've been looking at the places and shit.
Yeah.
It's so cooked. I think I need to spend at least 3K probably a month.
Of course.
Yeah, it's cooked.
Yeah, of course.
Probably
3K minimum.
3.5, like realistically, like somewhere around there.
Are you,
It's tough.
I mean, are you willing to drop like 10?
No, bro. I'm not gonna drop 10 on like a penthouse or something. Maybe in like a couple
Could you
years.
afford it?
I could afford 10K, but I'm not gonna do that, bro. I'm not gonna do that. Like, there's a difference between being able to, like, you could afford to pay 10K if you wanted to, but like, it would not be a good financial decision, right?
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Are you gonna try to like like max it? Be like, oh, I'm gonna like cheap maxing. I don't know what it's called.
Like,
Be
frugal, be frugal.
Yeah.
Bro, I mean, I'm not gonna be like super frugal, but I'm not gonna be like super spendy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I think you have to be reasonable. There's no point in making a ton of money if you spend it all.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I would drop like, yeah, tax is heavy. Yeah, like all you really need is like a 3-4 grand place, and after that, life only gets a little bit better after that, unless you're like doing something crazy.
Yeah.
I liked it. So where are you trying to go in the marina? Like White Rabbit or something?
Yeah, we can go to like Westwood, Balboa, White Rabbit, those places.
What do you people even do at Balboa, man? They
Or we
just
can go to
stand
some of the
there?
clubs nearby. I don't know. I mean, bro, like
That
what
place
is
is terrible.
what does anyone do at any like nightlife venue, bro?
Out here in SF, for real.
Like in general.
Just like be wholesome.
Yeah, that's right, dude. You got that.
Shit. Okay, wait. We'll have to pop this over. Yo, Shabazz, you trying to go out tonight? This guy's so funny. He hears that he hasn't joined in a while, and then he hears we're going out, and
He's trying to party, man.
was able to. He has a sense. Yeah, I'm down. We'll be there, Shabazz. Fuck this. Woo.
Beast mode.
I mean, just come say what's up real quick. Shabazz, where's your spots? Is it possible to get a quant interview as an international student?
Yes. As far as I know.
Well, and there's quants everywhere. You can go to London and be a quant if you need to.
Yep, that too.
Check Discord.
Thank you, brother.
Damn. Alright, bet. Let me check. I'll message you.
John, it's
Sparkling wine.
yeah, it's the wine that James got.
Okay, let's look at this YC app.
All right,
Let's
cheers, bro.
optimize it. Cheers, man.
Cheers, brother.
Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, John should have came out.
That's good, bro.
Alright, just give some general advice on like YC application. Damn, I can't believe back in the days you were doing the same application.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they changed the application a lot, actually. So,
So you might not know what's here.
there's some questions that I didn't have to answer. And most of it is the same, but I think once Gary took over, it got a lot more like technical oriented, like, yo, like what are you using to build stuff?
Yeah.
That's like generally the change. It's a lot more focused on building now than it was a couple years ago. Because AI just kind of changed things and made it a lot easier to do coding in general. And so it's kind of like if you don't have any sort of product that you're like able to produce at all, if it's especially like not like a super hard technical product, then
Can you just look dumb?
you look like kind of a clown. Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
look serious. So that's like overall, I think the largest change that's been made over the past couple years in general. I have a lot more advice that I've written up. I don't really think too much about the YC application these days because I haven't written one.
Yeah.
I would say I think general advice though is I think
Yo, Alpha in the building.
coded. I think yeah, generally the main thing is like you should have a co-founder. If you don't, it's gonna be a lot harder. If you do, then ideally at least one of you is technical, if not both. Um, yeah, I mean, most of whether or not you get an interview, in my opinion, is determined on whether like, you guys have good backgrounds and stuff. So I'd say actually the majority of the application is about like your founder profile.
I see.
It's a lot less important like what you're actually working on. I mean, you can work on some garbage idea and still get an interview. I think the quality of the idea matters more when you do the interview.
Yeah.
But for the application, they're mostly just trying to source like the best people possible,
Mm.
is my take on it. And then ideally, the application just demonstrates like how serious you are and how big you want to get. That's my overall take on things. And then if you have a product that's already in market, then you ideally want to show some sort of growth rate. If you're pre-revenue, pre-product, then it's a little bit easier, a little bit fuzzier, but it kind of depends.
I see.
That's overall, I think, the main advice I have.
So someone's saying I'm looking for a co-founder. Alpha's trolling. Willing to give up 5% equity, but they have to do 99% of the work. Yo, low-key, like when you work with a business, back in the days when you work with business guys,
They be
especially
doing that.
early stage, they really be doing
I
that.
know, like when I feel like this is such a college thing. It's such a college like engineer thing to like have some business people, my bad. To have like business people just like pull up on you and they'll be like, hey, we're two business people and we're gonna take like 3/4 of the company and we give you like
Yeah.
best case like 25%. And it's like, bro, I'm doing like all the work, I get 25% of the company. I had an offer made like that to me before I
Yeah.
did my company. And I know this girl that I was helping out with her company, like when I read through their application, they were cooked. Like I think she was the only technical person, and it was like two guys that were non-technical, and then I think she was getting like 20% of the company or something. And so that's just like cooked. That's like a cooked situation that you don't want to be in.
Yo, Baywad in the building. Baywad is the one who made Lico beast mode.
Oh, bet.
Lico, beast mode, Lico, beast mode, Lico, beast mode, Lico, beast mode,
Javante, how you doing?
beast mode, Lico, beast mode.
Javante in the building. Yeah, Baywad is the one who made Leak Code Beast Mode. So we gotta shoot a music video at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be so
That'd
funny.
be so funny.
Man, I feel like you started a company when you were young,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. 21.
How was it? Like, how was there egos involved? Like, yo, how are we gonna split this? Yo, I'm doing all the work.
Yo, to be honest, I mean, I think like I was actually surprisingly mature about this. When I talked about it with my co-founder, I was just like, yo, man, like, I think we should, like, how do you want to split things? And he was like, hey, man, like, what are you thinking? And I said, oh, like, I think we should do 50-50. And he was like, yeah, all right, that sounds good. Because I feel like my ambition was to make it like large, and I feel like my ambition was like, let's try and keep this going for as long as possible.
Yeah.
And so I think when you have that longer term mindset, you kind of have to make sure that both people are aligned in their incentives, because otherwise you could get like resentment if it's like I have 90%, you have 10%, and I'm telling you to grind as hard as me. Like there's
Yeah,
no
no,
financial
there's
incentive
no
at all.
way that I
Like,
would do
there's
that.
no way
if
anyone's
somebody
doing
would do
that. And especially like I think more people would get suckered into it when they're younger. But I think now, like when you're a little older, it's like, why the hell would you do that? Especially if you're making like good money, it just makes zero sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Who did all the work
at my
that
company,
you started up? Your
uh,
boy won't see this.
it was both, bro. I mean,
Double
like,
grinding.
it's kind of like the kind of work was different. So I think a lot more of the technical work was like him, and then a lot more of the non-technical sales stuff was like me. Is I think what I would
Yeah,
say.
you just grinding out all the sales calls and stuff.
Yeah, it's like mostly like I think that's just typically how it's been. I mean, I think generally like I mean, kind of how I am, like I'm pretty like relentless, and I just like grind pretty hard when it comes to reaching out to people. And so that's not something that most engineers want to do, so I'm just kind of the one that's had to do that, I
Yeah.
think generally.
Man, so I mean, we talked about this a little yesterday, but how does it feel having to go back to work instead of starting a company? Because I know you really like startups.
Yeah.
You'd rather not work a job, and now you're getting back in the industry.
So I think something I've realized over the years is like, bro, like today I was talking to my friend who like worked at OpenAI as a researcher for a little bit, and he knows a bunch of people that were there early on, and he was like, hey man, yeah, a lot of them already sold like a ton of their equity for like tens of millions of dollars and stuff, and it's just like that's just more of a representation of an example of like there are so many ways to make money, and honestly, it's so much easier to get rich not doing your own company. Like it's so much easier to get rich working at another company. I feel like if you look around the Bay Area, most of the people that have $10 million or more made money by like working for someone else, and then the equity just
Probably
like,
just
grew.
over time and over.
No, I mean even
anyone
before,
is
even
gonna get
before
to-
they're 35. Like I
Yeah.
think even under 35, a lot of them like you can. I think the majority of the people under 30, 35 that are like over $10 million liquid, they did it through like working for someone else, because there's so many companies that do so well here,
Yeah.
and like there's so many opportunities to join that I think typically that's what I would say. I think like starting a company is not the best way to make money, but it's the only way to be a billionaire basically. So it just depends on what your goals are.
What do you want? You want to be a billionaire or no?
And when I was younger, I think I had the ambition to be a billionaire, and then I realized like it's extremely hard. It's actually extremely hard, and
Or you just thought like you're gonna just get it?
I when I did my company, I had no like the concept of failure didn't even cross my mind. Like I didn't actually even realize that it was possible. I was just like, yo, like this
But
is
you
gonna
gotta have
work
that
out.
delusion though. I
Yeah,
swear.
you
If
do.
you do any startup,
You do.
you gotta have to be delusional
do.
a little bit.
Yeah. So I think that's my take on it. I think like if you just want $10 million, it's way easier to just do that through like a company. If you want like $100 million really fast, you kind of have to do your own company. If you want like $1 billion, you kind of have to do your own company for the most part. Yeah, it just depends on what you're optimizing for and like the timeline, I think.
Okay, how do you get into a quant dev role? What all do we have to be good in?
I think the most important thing is like, I think the hardest part is just getting the interview. And I think, typically that's just like go and be at a top school, work at a top company. And then in that case, like you'll be able to get the interview.
Yeah.
And then for passing the interview, it's mostly leak code. And just like grinding that out, like maybe knowing some of the other crazier data structures in some cases. And knowing a little bit of math and like analytical reasoning stuff is also pretty helpful, I would say. But
Is it true quants need to be good at poker?
no. I mean, maybe if you're socializing a lot with other bros that play poker, but I mean, I would imagine no, not when you're joining. But
Yeah. I mean, you kind of got into a quant dev role in it's not a traditional path at all, right?
the way I got in, you mean?
Yeah, right? Or is it traditional?
So I think like the way that I think
because he's not from a target school.
I think if you're not at a target school, you can increase your odds by going. You have to get a FANG internship first. So get a FANG internship first at one of the easier FANGs like Amazon, and then afterwards you can try and go for the quant.
This man said TC or GTFO. What's that mean?
GTFO, TC or get
No.
the yeah. Oh, okay.
Are you a blind user? You use
Of course,
blind?
bro. Yeah,
Say swear. Even
Yeah.
back in the days?
dude. Even now, bro.
Why do you use
I'd be
blind,
checking that,
man?
dude, bro? Because it's funny. Dude, they have some good stuff on there. It's like it's kind of good to see some.
What
of
do
that.
you
Bro,
what do
it's
you,
good
what do you
to-
think about Citadel on blind right now?
Well, bro, everyone thinks Citadel is cooked from like a culture perspective. But
probably like when you start there you can't talk about it, so you gotta
Yeah.
talk about it now.
I mean like
what do you think it's gonna be in there?
bro, I mean I think it'll be like I think it'll be probably intense, but I mean like they make it like so easy for you to be incentivized to like do great work, I would say. And so like I think that's why the culture is so intense. Everyone there is really smart. I feel like everyone that I interviewed with was like from an Ivy League school.
Yeah.
And my manager is gonna be like from an Ivy League.
Yo, thanks for too gifted, brother. Yo, Deep, where are you interviewing for and what companies are you targeting? Yeah, like what are they saying on blind though about it?
I mean, bro, it's just like I mean, it's not super positive stuff, but
Like, what do they say bad about it though?
Like work-life balance, is
Yeah, who
honestly the
cares
main
about
thing.
that, bro?
Yeah, it's mostly work-life balance and like stress, I would say. But also it's like, I mean, it's Citadel, right? Like I feel like finance in general is somewhat like, I feel like work, like jobs in general are stressful. That was kind of my mentality. Like jobs in general are stressful, so you might as well like do the thing that gets you where you want to go.
What are your thoughts on Rippling? You want to crash out on him real quick?
I'm not gonna crash out on Rippling on stream, bro.
Yeah, I mean, everybody, yeah, blind has a selection bias. I promise y'all, I'd never used blind in my life.
You never used it.
I'd never used
Never, not
blind.
even checked it. Not even
I've only
once.
checked it to find questions on interviews. That's it.
Okay.
Like, I've never used it to like actually look at what's happening.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like,
It's so entertaining, dude. It's so entertaining.
bro,
I
I
was
just feel
getting
like
sucked
it's such
into
a
it. I was
troll,
getting
though. It's
sucked
like,
into it.
I don't even
Dude,
know
they
if it's
troll
being
so
realistic.
hard, bro. Some people are trolling hella hard.
Tech
I love
bro,
watching I love watching people say like talk about dating on there.
What are they saying?
I don't know, like
You're like,
it's
yo, I make a million TC.
and I
Like,
still
can I
can't get a
can I
girlfriend or
girlfriend?
something. Yeah, yeah, literally.
Meta blind has funny since. I'm at a mid-target school and have previous big tech experience, but my experience is all mainly back-end distributed systems work. Would you recommend doing lower level C++ projects for quant dev?
I mean, if you want to work on like low latency stuff, then maybe. I'm not sure what you're optimizing for. If you're already at like big tech, I mean, like when I'm saying big tech, I'm talking about like, FANG level, like prestigious level stuff, like where they're recruiting from. That's like kind of the most important thing. Backend distributed systems work is good enough. It'd be different if you were doing front end, then I'd be like, all right, man, maybe you should try and do some backend stuff. But I mean, it sounds like you're good enough, unless you're trying to specifically get into C++. For context, I'm doing Python. So, yeah.
Like in your position you got hired for, you're gonna be doing Python.
Yeah, Python, yeah. Not C++.
Let's show.
So, yeah.
Is ICPC a big thing in quant?
I think ICPC is like the International Computing Competition, right? That's what it is.
Just competitive programming.
Oh, I mean, of course, yeah, yeah. I mean, I think like Quant in general is looking for like prestige signals in general. So, I mean, ICPC is like the same thing that like MIT and stuff looks for.
Yeah.
So, but obviously, like I'm saying, there's other ways to get in. There's always multiple doors. It's just which one's easier for you to get into.
Yeah, makes sense. Does applying with and without referrals have a large impact, like for like FANG and non-FANG?
Personally, man, I haven't seen referrals make a big difference for myself.
Me neither, man. Like,
yeah,
I've got referrals from every company, and it literally didn't do nothing
yeah,
for me.
yeah. Honestly, I feel like it doesn't matter. I think referrals matter more on smaller companies, but for like larger companies, I feel like it doesn't make a difference at all. At least these days, for sure.
I mean, it doesn't hurt. Go get a referral. For smaller companies, yeah, for sure. I think a lot of even small startups, they're only hiring if you have connections.
Yeah, smaller startups, yeah, definitely. Maybe like, like hot companies, yes, but if it's a huge company, I don't think the referral is going to matter too much. Maybe unless it's from like a higher level exec or something.
What sort of work can you do as a quant dev other than low latency?
I mean, I probably can't talk about it a ton, but I mean, there's like work that gets done on like, moving data around, implementing some of the strategies, making it easier for researchers to do research, like things like that. I'd say generally is to my understanding like some of the work, but
Yeah, I mean, like not everyone's working on the trading stuff. There's some other stuff. There's a lot that goes into the company. It's a big company, and they probably build all of their like systems inside there, like all of like the same way Meta kind of they don't just use third party libraries or open source libraries for a lot of stuff. They kind of build everything from scratch. Probably do a lot of that there too, right?
maybe, I mean, I think it's a little bit different because Meta employs way more people. So I don't know if they have the bandwidth to do everything, but
I can be a quant data eng. Paul, you could probably. I feel like you have a good background if you were to get an interview, you'd be able to pass. How many leak codes for quant dev,
How many leak codes did I do?
or just in general?
I think it depends on like where you're at. I think if you're younger and you're like new to doing leak code and stuff, maybe like a couple hundred. Just do the main stuff like the leak code 75, blind 75.
Up to 75, yeah.
Yeah, and then if you're more experienced, it's a bit more chill. Just kind of like brush up on some of the topics and do a couple problems. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Yo, this guy, you're 16 and got an ML internship at Apple as a freshman. You're 16 in college. I didn't know you're allowed to do that. Like I thought they stopped doing that. Like
No, I mean they always do that, bro. Yeah, like all these companies, they're always down for like goats. Yeah, man. I mean, if that's actually what this beast is doing, what do you recommend I focus on now? I think like well, first, I mean, feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn or anything, and I can see what I can do more personally to help you out. But I think like if you actually want to get into YC, I think the main thing you got to do is like find other people that are cracked like you and just start networking and like, work on projects with them, go to hackathons with them and see who you can work with. The most important thing if you actually want to do Y Combinator is having a good co-founder. And then eventually, having an idea that's like decent enough if you don't have a co-founder. So that's kind of what I would say.
Are you allowed to talk about this? Like how many interviews you had? What were they about?
Well, I mean, it was just like a few like technical interviews and then an on-site with like a couple interviews as well. And then I mean, I can't get too into the specifics of like what they were about on stream, but yeah, like, standard sort of stuff like that you would expect from like big tech sort of interviews for the most part.
You guys getting internships while I got only one for the last 2 years. Man, send over your resume and we'll figure it out for you. Pudish, how'd you do in the contest? And Alpha, of course I'm going to be repping Peralta 75 over Blind 75. That's why I created that list, man. Alright, let's take a look at my YC application. Chat, I'm trying to get into YC. I don't have a product. I don't have a plan, but I have concepts of a plan. So I'm going to get my friend Camille, who got into YC before, to, look at my application. And maybe we can come up with, if it's trash, we can iterate on some ideas as well. Who's the co-founder? I don't know. My Mac Mini. My Mac Mini running OpenClaw. Now, I have one of my friends, he works at Microsoft. He's been helping me out. So, but I don't know if he's willing to go full-time like that right now, but we'll see. All right. So let's just walk through this. So basically what I'm thinking is this. I have a community of software engineers. That's who I cater to.
Mhm.
Help them out, make technical content. So that's who I have like access to. So I kind of want to build in a space where I can build products that solve problems for the people in my community and help them get jobs, help them get better and stuff like that. That's just the first idea that came to my head. Hold up, let's see. What are these guys saying quick?
Dude, I gotta slow down on this wine, man. I'm getting too tipsy.
Ain't no way, man. This guy took like 2 sips.
Dude, I'm already kind of tipsy, man.
Which part of LeetCode do you focus on for quant dev? Arrays, linked lists, trees, graphs. You need to be a master on CF.
Oh, which part to focus on? Oh,
For quant dev.
I think
What GPA
I think
for Citadel?
for specifically for lead code to focus on, I think generally just like the normal stuff. I mean, yeah, like arrays, trees, graphs, those are all like fair game. I don't think there's anything specific that they're looking for. I think you just kind of need I think some of it is kind of an IQ test, I would say. And so just generally being aware of like those different like basic building blocks is pretty helpful. Wait, you said GPA? A good GPA. I think that's what I would say.
I feel like for experienced hire like you, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter less.
It's
It
not
matters
as
what like
much. Yeah.
you went into. Like what probably carried you was you got into YC. You worked for YC companies.
I worked at Nvidia and Amazon and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
bro, like the amount of leak codes that you did is not going to get you a job or not going to get you an interview. It might get you the job if if you do well in the technical, but you'll never get an interview from being done 1,000 leak code questions, man. I don't think there's a minimum GPA requirement. Probably like 3.7, 3.8, and something like. But like your after experience dev, why would it even matter?
Yeah, I don't even think I had my GPA on my resume, or on my. Oh no, I think it's on my LinkedIn, but on my resume, definitely not. I had magna cum laude, which is pretty good, but um, yeah, I mean, I think for new grads and stuff, it matters a lot more for sure.
Okay. All right, I needed some help with this YC application because it's due in a couple days. Yo, chat. Also, if you have ideas of what we can make, drop it in the chat. But we're trying to get into YC, just like my boy Camille. So, yeah, like for context, pretty much, I just want to build a product and get into YC and be able to work on it full time. Right now, work has been pushing me to the limit. And I like to work, but generally, I feel like working at a startup would be funner. Cause right now my days stretch pretty thin. I work, I'm building some stuff on the side. Then I go to the gym, and then I also do YouTube. So I have to cut one thing out. So I think YC would be a good forcing function for me to just, I mean, still do this YouTube content stuff, but work on a product and go full time. So I mean, my channel is about software engineering. There's a big community of software engineers who tune in asking for different advice on resumes to lead code to some code force, just anything related to coding. This is what the community is about. So I feel like I want to build software around that space because I spend all my time in that space. Like they talk about or founder market fit, right? So I feel like working in that space is the best founder market fit for me, and I genuinely enjoy it. And yeah, like that's why I'm thinking in this space. So what I'm thinking right now is like a AI career coach.
Okay.
So I'll walk you through my whole app, and I vibe coded this whole app, or I passed into ChatGPT, and ChatGPT knows a lot about me from lots of conversations, and I told it what the form was or what all the questions were, and it just kind of vibe coded it out. So we're gonna go through it. I'm gonna adjust some stuff because I looked over and it's not really what I'm thinking. But first off, who writes code or does the technical work on your product? Was it done by any non-founder? So pretty much I'm working on this product, jamesperalta.com. With practice. I'm working on this product, jamesperalta.com, with my friend. He works at Microsoft, and I'm currently working at Meta. So we built this whole thing by ourselves, and we have 2 AI agents working for us as well. This guy right here, his name's Infinite Loop, and then my friend, he has a agent called Clanka working for us 24/7. So it's basically two humans and 2 AI agents, right? And all the code was written by us or our agents. And no, like we're pretty technical. Whatever we can think about, we're pretty confident in building. There's really not any problem besides like teleportation. I think I can't do, or that I'm scared to do work on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's more about like the effort. So, am I looking for a co-founder? Not really, because I have my friend, but he's going through some visa stuff. He has to land his green card, so it's not like he can just pull up right away. But I'm down to solo it as well. Solo it with some AI agents. But yeah, what are you thinking so far about like the context of like where I want to build and my background?
Yeah, I mean, as I kind of told you before, I mean, I think like I don't know how big this market's going to be. So I don't know how attractive it is from that perspective, for a venture capital scale business. Yeah, I think you need to, demonstrate some level of ambition. I think, yeah, it's definitely possible to make a business out of this. But I don't know about that. I mean, the general concept makes sense, selling to your own audience. I think that's wise for sure. But yeah, I mean that's kind of where I'm at right now, I would say. And I think generally your backgrounds are good enough, right? You have two technical people working at like prestigious companies, good enough for getting an interview at least.
Yeah, like for getting an interview or like is working at a fan company good enough for them or
Your
usually
background, based on your background, well, I know about your background, your
Mhm.
background's more than good enough.
Okay.
I don't know about your friend's background, but it's probably fine because you have you.
Okay.
So yeah, because you've worked at two YC companies.
Three. Oh,
Three.
two.
Two,
Yeah,
yeah, you
my
worked
bad.
at two. Yeah. So you worked at two YC companies, which is like more than good enough. And then
Does that
Metal's
help
also,
if I worked at YC?
yeah.
Yeah, because I could also ask the first startup I worked at for a referral too.
Oh, that would probably be good. Yeah. That, like the founders, you mean?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you should ask them.
No,
Yeah.
but he's messaging me to come back, so I
Oh,
didn't reply. I gotta reply to him. Sorry, Misha. Um, so what's the company name? JamesPeralta.com. Describe what does the company do? AI career coach for software engineers. Chat, what are you thinking? Is this idea cooked? I'll explain the idea more in depth in a second. What are y'all thinking? Give your honest feedback. AI career coach. What's your LinkedIn Citadel? The Citadel guy. I'll throw it in the chat in a sec. Yo, can Misha fund me? Bro, I need that AI career coach. Okay, we got one person who wants it. You don't want to. This guy Matt. You need a actual human. Okay, that's fair. You don't want to talk to a bot. What if the bot? What if the bot was so real that you thought it was a human? Career coaches are already scammers. Now we're making AI ones. Okay, let me explain the idea a little bit. Come on, let's get into it. What makes you different from GP? Yeah, we're gonna get into this. We're gonna get into this. I like the questions. All right, this is the meat of it. What is your company going to make? Please describe your product and what it does or will do. So JamesPeralta.com is an AI native career coach for software engineers. The product helps engineers land better jobs and grow faster in their careers by giving them a personalized AI coach. Users start with a deep intake resume. So first we do an intake phase. We grab their resume, we figure out their target companies, their compensation goals, their career goals, we try to figure out their current skill level and some of their coding history. So we're kind of the AI system will get an understanding of who this person is, right? And who they want to become. So it's able to build a model or build an understanding of like, this is this person, this is their current resume, and this is where these are their current skills, and this is where they want to become, right? And then from there, the model's goal is to get that person to where they want to become. So hopefully the AI is smart enough to know, oh, okay, this person wants to land a FANG job or this person wants to be a quant. They need to learn these skills and they have gaps in these areas, right? So basically, it's going to figure out where or like a plan for them to get to where they need to be. And the main difference between what I want to build and existing platforms is I don't want to just build like a content library or static content library or roadmap. I want to sort of abstract that away from the user so that they're just interacting with this more like this AI system that's more interactive and dynamic. And it understands who the user is, where they want to go, and it's just figuring out what's the next best action right now for them to do, and kind of focuses on the day to day of getting better and better and better, and updating the plan dynamically and getting them towards their goals. So yeah, so the right now there's other companies that kind of do this, but they do it manually, like formation, formation. Like formation and stuff like that. They kind of do AI career coaching, but with humans. But I want to be able to offer that same service at scale. So yeah, pretty much what I want to do is focus first on the career coaching side. I think where it could get into is like it could expand into some job search automation, and then also like recruiting and placement. So once I have
Hmm.
people on the platform, they're training, they're getting better, I can start placing them and taking like 10% of, usually I'll charge the company like, I'll get into the scheme for how to actually make money. So what do you think is so far about that?
Uh,
What's
y-
chat saying too? Go first, go first.
yeah, I mean, I think from an idea perspective, I mean, it's always better to get feedback from the potential customers about that. I mean, we're kind of doing that right now, which is good. I think there's parallels to this where you can expand it in a lot of different ways to make it valuable. I think the initial the initial the initial product, the depending on how you implement it, the value could be pretty thin or it could be like a little bit larger. It kind of depends on what you're focusing on. I think generally though, I'm not sure if people are paying for like people to plan out what they're doing. And so if you're just giving them a plan on what to work on, then that's a bit less clear to me how that is monetizable. Yeah, if you're doing like interviews and stuff, that's a bit clearer. I say that because I worked on a project like that, and that definitely can make money. But that also, is a tar pit idea according to Y Combinator from what I've seen.
What's Tarpit idea?
It's like an idea that a lot of people think is good, but there's structural reasons why it's not. But a lot of people continue to like go towards it anyways, and then some people get stuck there for a while. That's usually what makes it a tar pit. I think mock technical interviews seems to be kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I mean, maybe I'm wrong. And then yeah, I'd say the placement thing that's pretty interesting though.
Yeah.
The fact that you have access to both people, but yeah, that's what I'd say about the initial idea. There's like these other like long-term vision things. Those could potentially be much more interesting and like higher leverage than some of the initial other ideas that you have. Right now, it seems like you kind of are like trying to do a lot of different stuff. It's unclear what you actually want to do. It's not focused. Like the idea isn't really very
Yeah.
focused.
Okay.
It seems like.
Let's see what the chat's saying real quick. So this guy said, I think it's a great product, but I'm not sure if it can create a monopoly in the market. The objective of every startup. Is that the objective of every startup? Create a monopoly?
If you're trying to build a venture scale business, ideally you end up as a monopoly. Yeah,
I see.
yeah, it's like the Peter Thiel theory. Competition is for losers.
Yeah,
That whole
I seen that.
concept. Yeah.
If your target audience is mostly college students and you guys, there's not a lot of money in that since they have no money. That's true. But I'll talk about the scheme for how to actually make money in a sec. I wouldn't make money off my subscribers. I'll make money off the companies I place them in. That's what I'm hoping to do. So what are you gonna do when a competitor just extracts your AI bots for data and makes one just like it for cheaper? Does that make sense?
Extracts your AI bots for data. I don't understand what data they're gonna get from his bots. Like like coding questions or something.
Okay, so this person said you can probably find some way to add in some like RL environment that thing, since that's a lot of craze right now, like a reward function based on resume to interview conversion. Yo, that's honestly, I was thinking something like that. If you spend enough time, like you intake the person, you figure out where they are, you can build like a version of them in some environment, and then you can parse all of the current state of the job market,
Mm.
and now you model that in some environment, and you can maybe run some simulations to see
Whether or not this person can get into
get in
different
a job,
places.
or like what it takes for them to get a job, like
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
put like build a RL environment around that, and like
Yeah.
optimize some reward for them to get the job that they want.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a few like concepts being like mixed together. Like, I think generally your concept makes sense, but I don't know about it being modeled as an RL environment, like that whole scheme. But yeah.
Okay. What else? What's chat saying? What's up? What's up?
Nardo's cooking that guy.
So where do you live right now, and where do you want to be based? I'm just gonna stay in SF. That part's on. So let me talk quickly about the payment scheme. Because I'm gonna change this up. What's the revenue scheme? Nardo, what are you saying? You need more details on what? What the hell's Pathrise? Bro, like I was thinking of charging a similar, like the way that this company prices is 10 per, they sell to companies
Mhm.
and they take 10% of the first year's salary.
Yeah. Yeah, like something like this, if you were doing that, dude, that would be a pretty solid business for you. Yeah, this is definitely solid.
Success fee is simply 10%. So what I would do is like the career coach would come in, it would be training them, and learning about them. At the same time, it's trying to place them in companies. Something like that. And I would take 10% of what the companies are charging, or 10% of first year's salary. Where's the scheme? Okay, this was the initial ChatGPT vibe coded, but I don't know if I'm gonna stick with it. Isn't this the company where you? Yeah, it's kind of you talk. This one's kind of interesting. Okay, what are you? How are you going to actually help students? What are you going to do to differentiate against other AI slop consulting? How are you going to mitigate against competitors that use humans? Like I feel like the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna, when we first started, I'm gonna grind and actually like look at all the feedback that the AI is giving and see if it's actually good, and actually validate that and build the data set like that. I'm gonna actually like look at every single trace that's happening and see how it's training people and the plans it's training. I've trained people up in my life, a lot of different people, so I kind of have an idea, and I use the AI to train me as well. I know its pitfalls and stuff. So basically, what it could do is build. What I'll do is look over the trace and figure out and sort of steer the AI into being a proper coach, and it'll be super like it'll be super opinionated the way it's gonna coach. It's gonna coach the way that I feel like coaching. So that's what's gonna be different. I don't know. Is that a good differentiator or no?
That you're saying basically because of your own experience that you're gonna make it like a higher quality product.
Yeah.
Um, uh, I mean, I think that's an okay starting point. I mean, I think the real differentiator that you have is that you have this distribution network through like having your own brand. I think that's the main advantage that you have is that you have a decent starting point and you have relationships with recruiters already. So it's easier for you to kind of get your foot in the door and like clearly you have the ability to make a solid product.
Mm.
Um But I mean, ultimately, this is a commodity. This is gonna not be a monopoly. I think like it only really becomes monopoly at scale. Like at the beginning, there's not really a monopoly. Um, yeah, I think there's not really a barrier to entry here
I
to
see.
begin, other than maybe convincing people that you can actually help them. So it's just kind of like people being willing to take a chance on you, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's already like incumbents to some extent.
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty crowded space, but not a big company. So he was thinking, let's say someone is doing leak code. You can use this coaching, AI extension, etc., to analyze what the student is doing currently and try to. I think it's gonna figure out what questions that person needs to work on. So like the way that I see it is, it needs to understand, like the product needs to understand what this person is good at. Like, are they good at arrays? Are they good at dynamic programming? Are they good at graphs, etc.? And what are they weak at? Then it's gonna try to suggest questions that they're not good at. And then also it's gonna have a while they're doing the questions, it's gonna try to dig into the thought process of why they flop certain questions. Like with some questions, people try to go to the brute force, or the way to solve it is you have to reframe the problem into like a problem space with less variables. So a lot of times if you're thinking about the brute force solution, you're never going to get to the right solution, and you need to reframe the problem. So it should be able to catch cases like that. Oh, you were thinking about it this way, but if you reframe the problem in this way, you would you would get closer to the answer. So different stuff like that, it would kind of understand where the person's weak at, be able to suggest them next questions, and then also like over time, it will also give them update, or through spaced repetition, which is important for being good at anything. It will figure out, oh, you haven't done this question in a while, or this set of questions in a while. It'll be like, oh, you should probably brush up on that, to just make sure that it sticks in your head. Suppose if you did if been 3 months since you did a dynamic programming question, you should probably do one soon to make it stick. Yo, the Jack and Jill thing is actually pretty crazy. I tried it out.
You actually tried it?
Yeah, it's
How'd it
actually
work?
pretty good.
Really?
You want to try it out?
I mean, we could.
What is your boy saying? Is he saying
Who?
chill now? Like he's trying to hang out now?
I mean, I think he's already going to like some place.
Oh, okay.
It's like in the mission.
So initially, I was saying we will start with with paid subscriptions or cohort-based coaching for engineers. Man, I'd rather just give it for free. Maybe for the high touch AI plus human coaching, then we'll charge a lot of money. Like free. Candidate side. This is vibe coded, by the way. John, we could do that after. It's getting late though. On the company. What do you think about this pricing model right now? And then I'll just copy them.
Um, Free for self-serve, 100 if you're getting human coaching, company side 10%. I think that I mean, how are you gonna? I mean, you're basically banking on the revenue model working out, right? You're basically banking on like the cost of the free self-serve users not being more than like the money that you get from the other actual revenue avenues, right?
Yeah. Bro, like if you pretty much just have to place like 100 people in sweet jobs to make a mill.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because if the average salary is over 100K, if you just say 10K base for the salary, you just need to place 100 people to make a mill. That's the math.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I mean, I get that from a revenue perspective. I think the challenging thing here is like the marketing. It's like the marketing and
Okay,
then
fine. We'll
the
do free for just because y'all asked for it. So it'll be free and 10% of first year salary. So anybody who comes on the platform is gonna get free AI coaching and help from me. And then once I place them, I'll charge the company, whoever placed them, 10% of that person's salary. They have to pay me. You're gonna keep all your money, but they have to pay me for getting them in.
okay.
I'm just copying this Jack and Jill.
Yes.
So the market is large because software engineers already spend significant money and time on interview prep, coaching, boot camps, and resume services and job search help. A single successful outcome can be worth tens of hundreds of thousands of dollars to the user through higher compensation. I mean, that's not even.
I don't think that's relevant to this question.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
What
When
do you think
you
about this scheme, or what are some other schemes?
I mean, you're kind of like again, you're kind of like you're running like you have like multiple concepts of ideas that you're kind of talking about here. And so, I mean, if basically the goal, if your actual idea is like you just provide as much help as you can to people and then you build the best product for doing that, and then you're simultaneously trying to funnel those people into roles for companies, um, uh, and like generating leads for those companies basically, and like placing, like matching people with jobs, then I think that's a potentially compelling market because you're basically building Rippling, like um but for like job interview stuff, like a recruiting agency. And recruiting agencies do make a lot of money, like in general, like the whole market does. And so if you're building the one that consolidates all of it, that's interesting. To give a clearer picture though, in this answer, you would need to like give the actual numbers on that. I know YC has funded a couple of companies similar to this, and so ideally you should look into those and figure out what's
Yeah.
going on there. Um, Again, no hate on the fact that
No.
you can work on an idea that's similar. I think it's just probably a good idea to have an idea of like what the other competitors are doing because this is not the first company that's doing a similar model.
No, there's
But I
companies
think the main
working
thing that
on
you
some.
have that other people don't is that you have a distribution network through your channel.
Yeah.
And that is kind of the main selling point for why you're working on this idea
Yeah.
that I feel like you're not really touching on from what I've seen. But we haven't gone through all the questions, so
There's other companies similar.
yeah, but again, that's not a problem. It's just more about like um your differentiator is that you have distribution. That's basically the main one.
Let's see. Spring. What's the latest one? Spring or summer or
Spring is the current one.
bro? There's one. It was called like Standout. This one's kind of interesting. So they said actors have agents, athletes have agents. Every elite performer has someone supporting their careers, except people in tech. So what they basically do is they built an AI agent that sort of represents you
Mm-hmm.
and tries to match you. It kind of acts as like it's kind of like what I'm saying a little bit.
No, I'm not saying your idea is bad.
Hi, I'm Stan.
I think your idea is fair. I think you need to like be very clear about like your distribution though, because that's kind of the differentiator here.
Okay, like
The
talk about.
differentiator is for you like the fact that you're a YouTuber, that you have a community, and simultaneously also that I guess you have some awareness of how to reach that market, and you have a really good idea of what you need to build. But frankly, I'm not getting from your application that you know exactly what you need to build to like
Yeah, why?
clearly help them.
Why do you think that?
Because in that first answer you talked about like 10 different things that you could work on, and you didn't really give me a clear picture of like what you're going to work on first and like the ordering and like why you're doing things in a specific order and like what's most useful, right? Because really what you need to do is you need to get people in the door somehow with like a recurring usage product that helps them and gives them value even if it's free, because you just need users, right, for
Yeah.
this product to work. And you haven't really talked about like what you're going to do in what order and why.
I see.
Yeah. And again, the idea is kind of the least important part of this application, but In general, yeah, I mean, for if you just want to make the idea like stronger, then that's kind of what I would say.
Okay, where's the questions about my distribution company? So like with the you're saying with the company with what my company's gonna make, this part is just confusing. Way too much things going
There's
on.
too many things you're talking about here, yeah. There's no clear like vision. I don't get a clear sense of your vision or the or like product like roadmap, like why you're doing specific things in what order and like what's gonna help people the most. You're talking about basically anything that can help people, and that's not optimal for like it doesn't give me a clear sense that you know what you're doing, I'd say.
Okay. If the distribution is the spike, then it might be good to start from the distribution as a rationale for a particular idea.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what you're going to talk about in the idea answer, right? Why you're working on this.
Yeah. Okay, let's go. We'll talk about the progress. So basically, with my website, what I have right now is I have a lot of things in different places. So I have a code editor. I can run Python execution. I have resume and job workflows where people could submit resumes and stuff like that. So we have a few systems around resume submission, job roles. Some like we this website has a lot to it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of hidden things, but there's a bunch of features everywhere. But essentially, just the product, and we have a lot of like system design content, and we have system design content and leak code content. Pretty much, I upload everything I know on there. But the main thing is it's just not packaged into like the coaching experience yet. It's still not there yet. So pretty much the next milestone is to figure out like what this product experience is going to be, and then onboard an initial set of maybe 10 people who's going to try out the thing, like the coaching platform, and see if it's actually helpful and useful. Nah, I'm actually gonna submit this to YC. What do you think about? Yeah, that's how far along we've came. How long has I been working on this? So I've been exploring the problem for a while through content, coaching, resume reviews, interview prep, like building this channel. I'm sort of building that muscle of like what the problems are in the space.
Mm-hmm.
So the tech stack is, I mean, just modern tech stack. I'm using Next.js, React, TypeScript, Superbase, like just modern tech stack, bro. Like this is not even that relevant. A lot of AI coding as well. I'm not worried about the tech stack. I know how to build code. Are people using the product? So I have about 800 people signed up to the website. So 800 people signed up to the website. There's like about like 30 daily active users. People
Actually.
like going on it.
And doing what? Like, are they using features or are they just pulling up to the website?
I have to look at the database. I have to look at the database. I think.
Yeah, because that's kind of important stuff. If you're going to talk about having users, then you should talk about like what they're using it for and stuff.
I mean, we have a little bit of motion on it.
And then the ideally, like the what they're doing lines up with what your vision of what's important is as well.
That's. So I mean, in the last 12 months, we've had about like 37,000 page views and like almost 10K visitors. So people are using it. It's more like people are coming on it. It's more just like I don't have anything there that's gonna give them much value because I just didn't have time to work on it.
Okay.
That's why I'm trying to figure out. Like, there's people visiting the website, doing stuff on it. I just want to build something that's actually gonna give them value because they probably like, hop on and hop off. A lot of them are using the Peralta 75, and then a lot of them are learning. But a lot of people in the US.
Do you have analytics on the specific like features and buttons and like what they're doing and like all that sort of stuff, or do you only have like which pages they're going to basically? Yeah, I think something with a consumer product especially is like having a lot of analytics. It makes it a lot easier to know what you need to work on.
Man, I have a lot of data that's getting collected. So for users, we have 774 people signed up. Users signed in. I'll show you. What else? So you're saying, you're saying, track what people are doing. What is that going to be for a track?
You need to know what people are doing and why. You need to know what people are actually using within your website so that you can build more of that. Or if people are not using something that you thought would be useful, like maybe there's a reason why, and then maybe it's like there's literally a bug that's like preventing the page from loading or something stupid like that. Like when you're building a consumer product, people are not really going to be cutting support tickets as much, I feel like, especially if it's free.
Yo, there's been
So
260 submissions on my code. Like these are all different people using the
today,
list or like in general.
uh-huh.
So like 267 submissions, and I could see like what code that they wrote. You can see I can see like the code. So people are using it and submitting and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's interesting. I didn't even know that. But this is like, bro, I'm working on this like 1 hour every 2 weeks. That's a thing. That's why I feel like there has to be something I can come up with that people are gonna use. Because I built this trash
I
site that no
agree.
one even uses, or that has nothing and people are using it. Like if you look at all like the data I'm collecting, there's a lot. I have like over 150 resumes submitted into the system. I don't know. There's like
I think the general concept of what you want to do is generally good, and like I think you just need to flesh it out more and make it clearer. But I think you're on the right track of something that could be reasonable. Like I remember when you told me a couple weeks ago about how you were planning on doing this recruiter thing where recruiters were hitting you up for like getting in touch with your network and stuff. I was like, oh, that's pretty solid. Um, but the only concern I'd have is like your YouTube channel only really gets you so far. Like that's something I noticed with other friends of mine that did the YouTube thing starting from their network
yeah,
is like your YouTube community is only so many people.
yeah,
And then beyond that, you still need to be able to market outside of it.
yeah.
Obviously, you have like a higher chance of being able to do it because you've been able to like get some sort of audience and attention.
Mhm.
But like eventually like something within the product needs to virally scale, or you need to be able to make good content that virally scales. That's kind of the key challenge with all of these like recruiting agency things. Is like effectively they're outsourcing their lead generation to you. And so you need to be able to get that more efficiently than them. And so presumably through your product, it would be viral sharing, ideally,
Yeah.
or content that's like somehow efficiently
Yeah.
scalable.
Like the thing that I'm thinking is like with my product, I'll be able to market it because I have a lot of automations in place to like pump out content.
Mhm.
I have people who can edit my stuff. I'm able to produce the content and get like people to watch it.
Yeah, like I don't doubt you'd be able to get someone to use it or someone to pay you or some sort of like lead generated for the like companies that gets you some sort of check.
Mhm.
That I don't doubt at all. But I'm skeptical of like you getting to like 1 million a year or like 10 million a year just from your community.
Yeah.
That is like a bit less clear to me.
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay,
Yeah.
let's get into this part. Why did I pick this idea? Man, why did I pick this idea? We picked this idea because we lived this problem from both sides. As engineers, we've gone through the process. I mean, this is just capping.
Yeah, I mean you're not really like
This
giving
is
a
not
clear
like
answer.
why did I pick this idea? Because because I
You have a YouTube channel.
I have a YouTube channel essentially. I have a YouTube channel.
And because
in this
recruiters
space.
already reached out to you about it, basically.
Yeah, I spend a lot of time in this space thinking about how people can land jobs. Not even just land jobs. I think the thing that I think about the most is like how people can improve their skills. Like I'm not really thinking about the job. Most of like I don't even care to help people get a job. I just want people to get cracked. Pause.
Goated.
Yeah.
Pause facts.
He gives them dreams, but his content is bad and his consulting is way overpriced. I mean, he's probably making like enough money to not work a job. Yeah. John, pull up. So basically, why did you pick this idea? I spent a lot of this time in the space. I have a YouTube channel in the space.
recruiters already hit me up about
Recruiters.
like reaching into my network, or, like reaching into my community.
What else can I say here? I mean, it's kind of what I was like.
Those are primarily the reasons.
Like, I feel like there's already a lot. What I was thinking is like there's already a lot of demand in the space. Not demand as in like for the specific product, but
Mhm.
there's clearly a lot of eyes in this area that I'm working on because people are watching, people are like tuning in, people
Interested
are
in like getting jobs and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
like there's a lot of like interest in this space and that I can kind of verify with like I mean there's a lot of big tech YouTubers right now and they're getting like I feel like tech YouTube community is growing big.
Yeah.
It's like it's on a rise right now.
Yeah.
Paul, a couple people. Let's see. Yeah. Are you sauced?
A little, bro. A little buzz, but I'm chilling right now.
And I'll back this up with a bunch of numbers. Like I'll put in like the watch hours, views, and stuff that I'm getting. Like I'll back this up.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the watch hours and stuff is more important. But there's a lot of and like the I feel like the leak code community or just the community is growing a lot. The community, the
How do you know
I don't
people
even know.
need what you're making? I mean, what you're making is like, again, like what you're making is like a product for the consumers, and then I mean, the thing is you really have three things that you're doing, right? One thing is like matching is like building a product to help people get better at like interviewing.
Yeah.
Another is like a product to like help them get matched with companies. And then the third is like a back end product to help companies reach into like those like your talent network basically. Those are really the three things that you're working on. And so I think like I mean obviously companies always want to hire better people. The I mean people obviously want to get jobs. That's also obvious. And people pay a lot of money to do that like for various services. The thing again that's still unclear is like the product that you're doing and like whether or not that's helpful. There's comparables because there's like neat code and other like tools and stuff, but yeah, I think that's really where the ambiguity is, I would say. But I mean people watch your content and stuff,
Yeah.
so that's kind of an indicator is what I would say.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. There's how long? I mean, what if you were me? What would you work on? Because
Dude,
there's
I mean, I
an
didn't even really like read it the way I would normally read the application, bro. We kind of just went through a bunch of random stuff and then you read it out to me.
why did you pick this idea to work on? Okay, I'm gonna fix that. So who's my competitors? Pathrise is closer to career accelerator, mentorship, and job search support. Formation and interview kickstart focus heavily on structured interview prep. What we understand differently is that the winning product is not just content, mock interviews, or resume feedback. I don't even know. This is vibe coded.
Yeah, that's complete garbage, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I think you need to talk more about like distribution is what you understand better, and like the fact that you actually need to provide value. And if you get a flywheel, then you can make that cost of acquisition cheaper. Because the way that recruiting agencies normally work is that they do cold outbound, and then they're basically only
Wait,
value extracting.
Talk about distribution way more and get a flywheel for what?
So basically I think the key advantage you have is distribution. Like you need to be able to talk about like how you're getting people in for cheaper than all your other competitors, because normally people are doing it through like cold emailing people, or like ideally they have some sort of marketing aid like flywheel that gets people in. But for you, I mean, the thing that makes you different is that you have a community to start from, and then ideally you have a content background, so it'll be easier for you to get other like people to sign up on the employee side. I think that's the key thing that you ideally would talk about understanding better. And then simultaneously, because you can actually provide value because you've been a coach yourself for them, like via your YouTube channel, that also makes it easier for you to keep people and to get viral growth, like word of mouth growth, because people can say, oh, hey, come like use this product. This is what I use to like help me. And then through that, maybe you can like more easily get growth without just having to do like marketing or cold outbound. I'm just shitting stuff out right now.
Yeah.
Like I'm just kind of giving you an idea based on what I see. But that's kind of how I would think about it if I were you.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I didn't talk about that much. Equity idea. Okay, there's one thing. There's another part. There's one thing is like, what other ideas have you worked on?
That's in the other one. It's in the actual application. Right? You're talking about other ideas you considered working on, right? It's right there. If you had any other ideas you considered applying with, right there. This is a shitty answer. This is just a vibe.
YC is the best environment
What
for
is it? Dude, just delete this. This is garbage.
If you have any ideas. Okay, what are some other ideas? Bro, like the other ideas that I was thinking is like in the creator tooling space.
That's good too.
Creator tooling. Because I'm building a lot of creator tools for myself. Like
Yeah.
automating thumbnails, automating some shorts, automating like what to work on, like different things like that.
Yeah. I think creator tooling would be good. Your recruiting thing's also good. Other software engineering stuff is good. Like other like tools for developers or developer infrastructure. Ideally you have some experience because you've worked at 3 companies now, so you have a bit more experience that you could maybe lean on if you thought about it.
Yeah.
So
so like the recruiting thing, you think it's fine. It's more just like, what are you gonna offer to like the subs?
yeah, you need
like,
to
what are they actually gonna use?
What are they gonna use on a daily basis that makes them want to tell their friends about it so that it's easier for you to acquire customers than your customers? Like what will allow your product, will allow your business to be the recruiting agency that people go to by default, and the reason should be because your product is more helpful than like other people.
Will I build that will capture larger top of the funnel
and retain people better, basically?
Yeah, like
get word of mouth growing
and cheaper. Hello? Who's this? Yo. Why did it call me say broski? Somebody called me like broski.
Maybe it's one of your boys from your chat.
Who is this man? Look at my number. No way. Let me pause that. Real one. Oh yeah, facts. Nardo, what up? Yeah. What's your guy saying?
Bro, he's saying that like
He's dead?
he says we can't be sure we're going. Heads up, still cooked from last night. So we can just run our own thing whenever. I'm not pressed. We can take as long as we want with your stream.
All right.
Do you actually want me to like seriously help you with this
Yeah,
application,
like,
bro?
yeah, like help me
you've
out.
kind of
Fill
been
it
like,
out.
because you've
Or
just
go
been,
read through it and
bro,
then just
because
fill
you've
it
actually
out.
just been doing your own plot, bro.
Yeah, just go
And I'm
through it
like,
and
this
just
is
like
not
write
at all the
comments
way
and
I would
run.
do it.
Yeah, like how would you
Okay.
actually help me out?
All right, bro. Let me see. Normally I would do this really on a Google Doc, but okay, let's see. Uh, I'll just say just shorten this. Yeah, I mean, we're already kind of talked about this. This is like basically all slop. There's too much slop here. You need to make this more concise.
Yeah, like add like the comments here.
Um, I actually see what you're saying now.
Yeah, read through that and tell me. Some of it is BS.
No, I kind of get what you're talking about now. When I read the whole application, it kind of makes sense what you're trying to get. It's just not clear. It's not as clear as it could be.
You want strawberries or something?
Oh, dude, I could be down. Yeah. Um. Hmm.
That site name is not it. Of course I'm gonna change it.
Oh, thank you, bro.
Yo, let's chug this so we can go out.
Yeah, bro, I'm
Once we
down.
finish this, we go.
Yeah, I'm down. I got you.
Nardo's a real one. Narrate what you're saying.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
Chat's like,
My bad, my bad. I think like so for this one, the thing is like you're talking about you need like you went from like I need more content to I need a system. And I think realistically you actually do you like you have enough data from your audience and YouTube videos and comments and chats and stuff to be able to explicitly say why instead of just BSing this. So I think you should use that. Like you have that advantage and you should talk about it. The other thing is that like, you know, VCs in general prefer that you would just do the thing and then they're kind of along for the ride, not like they're the reason that you're doing the thing in the first place. I think in your case, you have the excuse of like the visa stuff because you're not from America. So mentioning that would be honestly good enough, in my opinion, to be like, all right, that's kind of reasonable. I mean, regardless, it would still be fine, but it's just like a thing to call out, I guess, on my side. Let's read through this. I think this is kind of whatever. Server-side API routes. What the fuck is this, bro? Dude, some of this is just too BS, bro. Bro. Clean this up and actually put the exact tech you're using. This is too BS.
Yeah.
A coding agent session you're proud of.
No,
It'd be hella funny if you did this.
They know I code, so
It'd be-
I don't even need to do that.
No, it'd just be hella funny if you did this with like your if you did this with your YC application, like you did the session that you talked to ChatGPT about like how you wrote the application.
Yeah.
That'd be so troll. That'd be so troll. Yeah, we already talked about this. Active users are customers. You have signups. You have yeah, how many are paying? You don't have any, and then who's paying? Yeah, okay. So yeah, talk about people are doing and why. Yeah, I think that could be reasonable. Yeah. Yeah, you didn't do that. You didn't do that. Yeah, YouTube channel. Yep, that's true. Helping people. Yeah, that's a pretty solid reason. Competitors. I think the most important. This is a bunch of bullcrap, dude.
Where's that?
Let me see. No, I'm just seeing. Hold on.
You can extend it too.
Oh yeah, facts, bro. Okay. Career OS already exists as a separate career product. Okay, gross markets chat. Using jamesperalta.com. That's funny.
The chat. The other name I had was Career OS.
Distribution way more, getting holders. Yeah. I think also discuss the actual direct agency competitors that you have. Since YC, there are multiple YC and non-YC companies that are doing this. In general, you should make this idea/notion a lot clearer when you're describing the idea initially in your first answer.
What do you mean?
Like I think to me, like I think the way I broke it down for you earlier is basically the way you should do it. Like you have 3 separate products that you're building basically. You're building like you're building a marketplace ultimately. You're building a way to get like companies, which is like the way you monetize. You're building a like tool to train software engineers, and then you're building a like a matching algorithm for software engineers to jobs. And all 3 of those, and then on the underlying all of that, you're building a distribution engine. And so those are kind of like the things you're working on. And then if you break it down like that, I think it makes it a lot clearer to understand what you're doing and how you monetize. Instead of originally you're talking about like there's like 8 different pieces of the product, and most of them are talking about how you're helping software engineers for free, and not as much time I feel like was spent on like you're really just an agency, right? What you're doing is you're building an agency that not only places software engineers but helps them become better, basically, right? So that's kind of what you're actually doing. Yeah. There are 3. Let me just do that up top. Yeah, so let me just do that up top. My bad. There's 3 things that you're working on. Realistically, this should all be described as an agency that helps software engineers as well as places them. So, and it's all in one, and it's AI enabled. to reduce your own labor costs. So you don't need to run boot camps or personally provide coaching. Like that's basically what you're doing. The
This
three.
is a crazy angle, yeah. This is smart, bro. This is why this guy got into YC, man. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I was thinking about some
helped
dumb shit.
I helped my friend also with his pitch, and once we worked together for a couple hours, he was able to raise like a couple $1 million in like a couple days,
yeah.
bro. I think I just have a way with words, dude.
Yeah, no, this is
I just
way
have a way
better.
with words when it comes to like convincing people to do things. But
Yo,
yeah.
XVX, do you have a co-founder?
Let's see. So the three pieces are the product.
XVX, you don't care about you don't want to work at Meta no more?
Become better at interviewing, the matching algorithm for engineer.
No, I like this angle that you're taking better because that's kind of what I
And
want.
exactly right, but I'm phrasing it in a much clearer way. And then the company product to recruit companies, help them place engineers.
And chat out. I don't think this is the company that's gonna get me
All of it is a
like
distribution
a billionaire, man.
engine that gets
My bad. I don't think this company is good or this idea is gonna make me a billionaire, but I need to work on something and start getting into startups, and then I'll figure out some way. I'll figure out some way to actually, like, I'll find more ideas once I get into it. But like working my 9 to 5, I'm not gonna come up with no ideas this way.
Yeah. So this is kind of like how I would say it generally. I mean, yeah, we can reword it another time, but that's generally what I would say. And then let's see. So yeah, we already talked about this answer.
XVX, what are you applying with? Or like, okay, what answer? Which answer?
Oh no, sorry, I'm looking at this now. Let me see. Yeah, and then candidate side. Oh yeah, another thing is mention that you have an understanding of how the agency business model works and give some justification as to your pricing plus the financial aspect of using AI to help them, because that will be a large cost center for a free product. Yeah, and then the other side is, oh yeah, and then do a bottoms up TAM analysis. So the thing is, when you do these, like, I don't know why, for some reason engineers, they just don't get this. It's just like they'll do these YC applications and then they do like best case scenario, they do a top down analysis.
What is that?
Oh, so this is like consulting terminology. So you can like when you're analyzing the size of a market, you can either do top down analysis or bottoms up analysis. Bottoms up analysis is like there are X customers,
Yeah.
and we think they're willing to pay X dollars. And so you multiply those two numbers together, you get the size of the market. Top down analysis is like, oh, this is like generally how large this industry is.
With $50 billion recruiting, and we can capture.
Yeah, we can capture some percentage of that or something. But like that's not like, you know, a smart way of doing it.
So how would I do this for my side?
I think you have, well, you need to probably do like, you have maybe like there are X engineers that are hired every year, and we they make X on average, so we take X per year or per hire, so X engineers times X X dollars per hire equals our annual TAM. That's basically what I would say.
Chat saying how much was Citadel TC?
Quite a lot, bro. Let's just say that, bro. Quite a lot.
Oh! Somebody! Oh! He needs some milk!
Yo, drink your stuff, man. You're lacking on that.
Bro,
thing.
because I'm grinding right now, man. I started locking in, and then you started pressing
go.
me all of a sudden. Hold on, bro. Let me finish locking in on your stuff real quick.
Are we allowed to go over under? Can chat go over under or not?
Let's maybe not do that
Alright.
on stream. Yeah, let's
7
maybe not do
figs?
that.
They're saying? No comment.
No comment, bro. Yeah. Let's see. So let's see. Let's say IMO. This is somewhat important, given that your idea might not be that good. Might not be that good, but don't trip about it. Let's see. Let's see. Equity ownership. You should talk about this, yeah, but it should ideally be like 50-50-ish around there. How'd you hear about this? That doesn't matter too much. What convinced you to apply as default reference point? This is some bullcrap, but it doesn't really matter too much.
You say that.
This is some BS, but it also doesn't matter too much. That's mostly for them. Okay, I think we already went through all this. All right, and then can I look at your founder profile too, or not?
Hold up.
Huh? My bad.
Yeah, look at my founder profile. Start from there.
Did you already watch the fruit and shit?
You don't need to watch that.
Oh.
Yeah, I did.
I bet. All right, bro.
All right. What's your role?
Where?
Or roles and responsibilities. CEO. I'm a CEO or CTO probably. I don't want to be a CEO, but might have to be.
Yeah, bro.
What percent equity right now? 100%. But if I were to team up with somebody, I'd just obviously split it down the middle.
50-50.
I'm not really stingy.
Yeah. Let's see. Are you in school? No. All right.
Are you a technical founder? Yes. Are you in school? No. If accepted into YC, will you commit to working exclusively? Yeah. Of course.
These are nice, bro. These are some nice strawberries, man.
Yeah. Straight out of Cali.
Oh yeah. Let's go, bro.
So education, BS in computer science. Then this is kind of my work experience.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Yeah, bro. I mean, those are chill. Keep going, bro.
Yo, thanks for the gifted $10, legend.
Dude, it's crazy that they ask for references now.
Who?
Oh, I see. They said, should you be accepted, then we may ask for references. I did not have that, but that's crazy. I'm building my...
This is kind of dumb. Like, I feel like this is vibe coded. Like, I don't have an idea for this. Like, I think the way that I want to talk about is like how I the most success. What? How do you even answer this question?
I thought about... I talked about how I dropped out temporarily to finesse my system.
Yeah.
Into like letting me do multiple internships while still like being technically in school. That's what I talked about. Yeah, I mean another answer that like you could even potentially give is like I think I had a friend that like he like finessed his way into like this like Super Bowl like watch party or like getting in. Oh, I think my co-founder talked about how he got in with like Spencer Dinwiddie or something.
Yeah, I remember.
Like that guy, like he talked about that guy getting into like his private table basically by just like vibing with that guy. Like something like that. That's
what does it
another
mean
example.
like hacked some system? Like how do you kind of
Well, for me, I was finessing my school system, right? I was finessing my school and I was finessing my like the colleges or companies I was interning with.
Yeah.
Because like once you intern there, they can't like revoke your internship, right? The time's already been passed. And then the school will let you take leaves of absences whenever, right? So I was just finessing both of them. But I like talked to them about like the rules of how that shit works, basically.
For this one, Shabash talked about making a fake ID in dorm room and using that. Okay, we all have used fake IDs before.
You did, bro? Yeah, bro.
I've used real IDs.
I'm legal, bro. You can't catch a case on me.
What do you think I should talk about here?
Bro, I don't know about all the activities you get up to. I just gave you some examples. I feel like this is a pretty personal question.
I feel
To
like
be honest, bro.
one of the ways that I kind of hacked or like just growth on YouTube was just like straight up like my strategy was posting every single day and then just trying out random ideas. Like the video that I thought that kind of made my YouTube blow up was when I did the senior software engineer takes on a meta interview. I literally like I shot that in like 15 minutes. And then once I saw that worked, I started doing I did like 5 or 6 of those.
The
But
thing is, that's like not really a non-computer system, right?
yeah.
It's kind of a computer system. It's kind of not. You know, because it's like YouTube is a software system.
Yeah. Man, what did I hack, bro? I think about this. Shabaj tweaking out in the chat. Holy. Shabaj, are you coming out tonight? Shabaj, come to Persona.
Lead code beast mode.
Tell us in 1 or 2 sentences about the most impressive thing other than the startup that you built. I think just growing the YouTube community while working.
The channel's a good answer, bro. I would also say you grew it to over 200K in like a year.
Okay.
You did it extremely fast. I think that was what was most impressive to me.
While working full time, creating content, system design. Yeah, like things I built before. I built a lot of things before, like Chrome extensions, YouTube channels, Chrome extension with 1,000 plus users.
Yeah, ideally it's like stuff that you've actually gotten a lot of users on and stuff. But even if not, or like impressive technical stuff.
GameStop.com, like stuff at work too, or no?
You can talk about that too. Yeah, you can talk about work stuff. Yeah, I mean, you can talk about work stuff. I think both are fine.
I've won a couple hackathons. Should I talk about
Those
that?
are good. Yeah, talk about that. Yeah.
Back in 2020, first place right there.
Oh, nice, bro.
Calgary Hacks. What did we win? Did it say we won first place? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Calgary Hacks 2020, first place. That was back in school. I think I won the next year again on some other shit. That was my hackathon career. I did a couple.
Bro, your brother's crashing out. Your brother's actually crashing out.
Funny guy. Winner, best cop. What I do, like, bro, I just need, like, I think I just need a forcing function to work on this stuff. Man, but meta money is too good too. That's the thing. But
Yeah.
I'd rather. I don't know. So what are you thinking? Is that pretty much it?
That's it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are some ideas here though? Like, how would I think about how did you think hard enough to figure it out?
Dude, I mean, I'm a finesser, bro. I mean, you kind of know about
Yeah.
some of the stuff that I've done. I typically, I mean, bro, I went to a non-target school and I got into Y Combinator. And I went to a non-target school, I got into NVIDIA. I went to a non-target school, I got into Citadel.
Yeah.
Bro, clearly, I'm not the most attractive guy. I've gotten with some pretty, like, I girls that I think are attractive, you know? I feel like I'm a weird guy and I have some pretty cool friends, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, for me, it's just like, I think I'm just a finesser. And so I just thought about, like, a couple of the things that I finessed. For me, it was kind of obvious what to write about. And the most obvious thing to me to write about was, like...
yeah, because you took a big bet there.
With, like, the...
Dropout. Yeah.
Yeah, like, well, it was like, I took a leave of absence. It was just, like, it was just like, you know, realizing that I could do that and finesse and stuff, basically. Yeah. Technically, there were other stuff. There was another idea I had on the top of my head is just like, um, technically like getting internships through like cold emailing people and stuff, and
I've
like
done that too, like
and getting like
spam kids.
research, like creating research opportunities for myself and for my friends and stuff in college. But that's like less of an interesting thing, but it is definitely an interesting thing. I mean, technically, I did that with Rippling too.
You'll throw me some good ideas. Let me talk about. Let me just throw in some random ideas that I could say I might want to work on.
You want me to throw ideas at
Yeah,
you?
like here, no, here, like here.
Like you want me to tell you ideas?
Yeah, that you're thinking of, and I'll throw it on here, or like that you think are actually good.
Hmm.
What's your $1 billion idea? I'll steal it and put it right there. Yeah, an idea.
You
Is
know
an
what I
idea.
think the best, you know what I think is really underappreciated right
What?
now? I think prediction market, like hedge funds. I think a prediction market, like, I think prediction markets are becoming a thing right now. If you can do something around prediction markets and prediction market, like market making, that's a pretty big opportunity because it's new and it's kind of regulatorily ambiguous. That's, I think, like that's something I've been thinking about the past couple days at least. That's honestly something I've been thinking about the past couple weeks.
What exactly is that?
So basically, like with uh, hang on, basically like so. Do you know how prediction markets work? Even I kind of don't totally get it, but I can kind of try and give you an idea.
Yeah, give me an idea.
So basically, prediction markets, it's like you have an event that you're betting on, like is Trump going to win the election? And then it's kind of like a stock where like over time, people's like bets of yes or no change, I think, the price. Basically, I think like it changes the market of it.
Mm.
And you can, because there's multiple markets, the most obvious thing you can do is like make arbitrage bets. So you can like trade one on like one platform and then trade on the other, like the opposite bet or something, like buy on one, sell on the other or something like that.
Mm.
And then just create arbitrage opportunity for yourself, like something like that. That's one thing. Another is like there are sometimes, because there's actually insider trading going on, honestly, a lot, you can watch for like whales that are just like dropping a ton of money in on like
Whale watcher.
yeah, like on like the prediction market and doing that. I mean, there's a company that built an API for developers to build this stuff on top of it, and then they built they got acquired actually by Polymarket, but YC recently funded a prediction market hedge fund actually. That's another thing. And then I saw
But
another
that hedge
prediction
fund
market
puts
hedge fund.
money in prediction in like call.
They make money with like they make money off like call sheet
trading on them.
and yeah, they make money off of that. I think prediction market, like there's money to be made there because it's so new. But that's like the thing I've been thinking about. I think anything full stack, if you're building any sort of full stack AI like servicing business, I mean you're kind of already doing that with your recruiting agency, but that's like there's tons of money to be made there, I'd say. Like legal, like building a legal firm that does AI themselves to automate the workflow. I mean, the other day, I saw Harvey and Legora. There was an open source alternative to it. There's probably similar things you can do with other like larger AI native software now, where it's just like you open source it so that they don't like have the data lock in from the vendors. That's like another kind of potential concept. Yeah, those are some things that come off.
What
the
about
top of
selling
my head.
data to labs? Like that's kind
Selling
of
data to labs, dude, that's insanely lucrative. If you can sell data to the lab somehow, that's an insanely like lucrative business. Yeah.
We're gonna do that.
Yeah. I mean, bro, people are printing money off of that, bro. People are printing so much money
How
off
does that
of
even
selling data
work?
to the labs. I think they like somehow get contracts. Well, first, I think you have to prove that you can do it. And the second
I work on a product like that, low key.
okay, if you can find a way to like tell the labs, well, I think for you then in that case, you just need to get in touch with like the RL researchers, basically. Like you need to get in touch with the heads of research, and then be like, hey, like I think there's this problem that I think I can help you solve with this kind of data set, and I think I can get you this data set. Oftentimes it starts with like some sort of consumer product where like some consumer interacts with the product, and then that generates data somehow. Like that's how Mercor started, basically, right? Mercor was just doing like they were a hiring platform, but then like the video data they were getting and stuff was like useful for the labs, and so that was like
Dude, that's what kind of
how
thinking
they
like
started.
with this coaching thing. It might be some data there. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, the way that you're describing it right now, I don't see how there's data that can be useful for the labs, but definitely like there's certain things. Like there's this other one I think called Taste or something like that, where it like helps models be more tasteful or like more design oriented or things like that. So there's definitely ways that you can do that. That makes so much money, man. I don't know how long that gravy train will last for, but holy crap, people are making like dude, tons of money so fast with that.
Chat, also throw in your ideas. Everybody's ideas is gonna get in this
Oh, do you
YC
want me to,
application.
I'll tell you some more
Yeah,
stuff.
keep throwing
Anything
spam,
around
spam.
data centers, bro. Data centers,
Oh,
like
yeah.
managing data centers, anything around memory and like access to any sort of hardware. Like do data center stuff, like there's so much money there. I mean, memory and hardware shit, like you're obviously not going to work on, but bro, data center stuff, like if you can think about like something for data center crap, like bro, holy crap, there's so much money going in there. Or like energy, like data
Bro,
centers,
I have some
energy.
land in the Philippines. I'll turn into a data center.
That stuff, bro, yeah, that stuff is crazy. Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. Here's another thing that I've been thinking about working on. I don't think this is like a $1 billion idea, but I think like having like a oh, dude. Here's another idea, bro. AI that makes businesses for you. Have you heard of Pulsia? You know Pulsia,
No.
dude. It's like it's literally it's insane, bro. It
Yo,
basically
chat,
just
what? Watch me get funded with one
autonomously
of your
generates
ideas.
this shit.
AI that makes businesses for you. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it like makes the business and runs the business for you. Apparently, I think that sort of shit is pretty crazy.
I'll do home defense systems. People don't break into my house.
Um, yeah, bro.
What else?
Making like some shit that generates like sick Instagram photos for you. Like you fucking like it's a mobile app and you can like generate sick Instagram photos because with the new GPT image API.
Could it, like, is this the thing you're talking about, like for generating like Tinder pics and stuff?
Yeah. But you can also do generate like Instagram photos. I think that's what people would be more interested in more broadly.
Ramen in the building. Well, the thing is, I have a little bit of morals. I don't know if I can get into. If I could get. Oh, what? No, you have a lot of time to apply. John, okay, send me your application. Share it to Castle Ridge Labs. You have time to look at his or not?
I can look at it, bro. We got time, bro. We're just chilling.
Okay, John, send it to Castle Ridge Labs. And then hop on the call. We'll talk to you.
We just be chilling right now, man. Man, we just
Yeah,
chilling right now, man.
John, I'll give you a call. John, you got a lot of time, bro. What are you talking about? Okay, I think that's enough for mine, though. Like, we have a... Chat, give more ideas. Yeah, we can do it tomorrow. But did you send it?
Yo.
Okay, like... Okay, just send me... Okay, John, send the thing, bro. John YC application. What do you all think about staying in academics?
Like in school? Like staying in college and stuff? That's cooked. Bro, I think the main thing I learned recently is like, bro, getting a PhD is so cooked. Getting any sort of graduate level education is pretty cooked.
Okay. Like, review my brother's app. Like, lock in and just drop comments here.
Bro, I already reviewed this guy's app, didn't I?
No,
Or
didn't
no?
you? I don't know. John, what did you change? Just,
I swear I already reviewed his app. That's why I was confused why he was getting so pressed.
John, he already reviewed your app or what?
Ugh.
Oh, this site is looking way better than mine. Bruh, John, okay, share with castleridgelabs.com. Or castleridgelabs. I'll send it. John's tweaking right now. Yo. Yo. You wanna do it right now? Okay. I thought you said you don't wanna do the call right now. Okay, I sent it.
Bro, maybe I should become a linked influencer.
You should. Why not?
It'd be
Why?
so funny.
People are a bunch of people
A
following
bunch
you
of
right
your
now?
bros are following
Just
me.
right now?
Dude, yeah, prediction market stuff. Dude, I want to make so much money through prediction market stuff. I feel like that's such an like a huge opportunity that's been around for like the last year. Just been being kind of an ape.
Yo, CFA, what's up? Yeah, I got 3 out of 4 ramen. Yo, don't click into your profile. You're gonna leak sensitive info. And I can't hear you, bro. Fix your audio.
Yo, you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's
What
up?
up, G?
Oh, damn.
John
Not
in the
bad,
building.
dude. I've been grinding, bro. I've literally been working like 80 to 100 hours a week, like IB
100 hours a
bro.
week. Bro, there's only 99
Easily.
hours in a week.
100 hours per week? Anyways, do you guys see my screen or nah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I think
Yeah.
so, yeah.
So basically, like, no matter what, I'm trying to not, like, I don't even care if I get into YC. I'm going full time, like, with, non-dilutive funding or like other people's funding if I don't get into YC. So I don't even care, but I'm trying to use like YC as like a way to just like, how do I
Tell
say
this guy's
this? Like
the
push
bigger
myself,
tweaker
you
than
know?
me.
Like
Yeah,
yeah, like
huge
like I
tweaker.
really like when you reviewed my last application, I took it really seriously, and then I just like what I got out of it was I need to find a customer and like generate something that they would actually use and pay for,
Yeah.
right? Like
I'm glad you took that advice to heart.
that's what I got.
Yeah.
That's what I got out of it.
Yeah.
And I know like from your side, you're kind of talking about like how does this get to 10 million or 100 billion? I'm thinking like I'm trying to even just start at getting my first customer or like my first 100K to first mil. That's kind of like how I focus the YC application around. Even the pricing itself, because like realistically, my goal is like this quarter. I'm not trying to do no moonshot. Like I'm literally trying to, you know, like go full time on this. But
Yeah, bro, like raising VC is pretty overrated. So if all you want is to make a couple $100,000 from like building some software, that's totally chill. Just for realistic expectations, I just like level set with you basically like no co-founder, gonna be challenging. I'm not sure what your background is, but if it's not like prestigious, like insanely prestigious, gonna be challenging. If you're not already making money, gonna be challenging to get into YC.
yeah,
So I just level set with you, right?
yeah,
So for you personally, if all you're trying to do is like make money, bro, like that's fucking sick. But from a getting into Y Combinator perspective, it's gonna be a bit tricky. That's all I'll
Okay.
say. Yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm happy
yeah.
with
No,
your
I
application
already get all
regardless.
that.
Yeah.
Like I for sure get that.
Yeah.
Like regardless though, I definitely could get money. I think like when you see this application and just like who my first customer is and like
Do
who
you
I
already
can
have
go
a
to
do you already have a
market to right
customer?
away.
Do you already have a customer?
Like right now I'm going to talk to some people and like I'm gonna obviously try my hardest to
Okay.
close, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
The one thing about John is he's an absolute tweaker. He'll actually grind it
No,
out
this guy
hard.
sounds
Yeah.
like this guy sounds kind of like me. He sounds like pretty neurotic. So that's
Yeah.
good. No
Yeah.
shade.
You'll
No shade.
I'll even tell you like how you ask me the business, I'll know the business and who my customer is and what their pain points are, what they actually did to solve it, and how much they paid. That all of that is considered in this application.
All right, bet. All right, let's get into it, bro.
But yeah, so
Did I pin this? Your
first one
LinkedIn?
out the
Oh, my
jump,
bad, my
I'm
bad.
literally not gonna hide the fact that I'm like not technical, but when you see the full stack application, you're gonna like literally crap yourself. It literally proves that almost like my application literally proves that tech itself, like software coding as a skill, will literally die in 5 years. Like when you see my application, nobody writes code. John, generated every line of code with Codex and handle all the technical work myself. I built the entire product. Nobody else has worked on this. So like when you literally look at the application, like people could say it's vibe coded, but bro, like it's literally something that an enterprise would use if you like once you see it. And I know like what they use, and I know what I'm building. Like they would literally just like use mine right away.
100%. Okay, let's see. Get through your app, bro. Let's start seeing what.
No, let's go through the application. I'll get to the app soon.
You guys
But yeah, are
hilarious.
you looking
just
for a
tweaking.
co-founder?
Bro, you're actually
Not for this
tweaking out, bro.
application.
Thanks for
Yo, I'm tweaking. I'm tweaking.
No, he's
I'm
talking
coding
to me.
right
I'm
now
talking
too.
to James,
No
bro.
cap.
I'm talking to James, bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
my bad.
But yeah, are you looking for a co-founder? Not for this application. Honestly, I don't find like the only time I'd ever consider a co-founder is like if that other person cared about this as much as I do and willing to like literally die for this.
Would you
I just
die
won't
for your
find it in the
company?
next
you,
1
you
month.
you die for your company.
For sure, bro. I'll literally work 100-hour weeks for this, no matter what. Like, dude, I think people overcomplicate the idea that everything is about engineering, building. I'm telling you, what's hard about business is the sales part. And I will literally do all the selling, all the building. I don't think I need a co-founder for like I might not even need a co-founder. I'll just hire somebody is kind of what I'm thinking. Just somebody to clean up the repo once in a while, like if it gets too messy. That's basically what I'm gonna hire them for. It's like, yo, I'm building this entire thing. I need you to like I'm gonna hire another SWE, and that person's job is literally regression testing the app. Like, remember I sent you guys a funny joke where it was like the robot?
I don't remember this.
That guy is literally regression testing the application 24/7. If I find an error, I literally remote in from my phone, fix the error myself if that AI can't do it, and it's done.
Bro, Chad said stop yapping. Get into the app.
That's literally like how I do it.
Get into the app. Get into the app. Let's get into the application.
Come on, bro, stop.
Yeah, this is the app.
No, like the application, your YC app.
Oh, okay. Oh, the YC app.
And then show us a
Alright.
demo after.
All right. So what is your company going to make? So Peralta is an always-on supervised AI workspace that helps investment teams keep time-sensitive investment reports current. Human and AI teammates work together in a shared group chat. The team steers AI to gather sources, review new information, generate source-cited update artifacts, and update living reports only after human review. The core workflow is source collection, update artifact, human approval, report date, and then version history. So I started with equity research where the product already generates institutional style company reports with sections like thesis, valuation, like the entire thing that literally an analyst would do. So what does this look like for a buy side equity team? So Peralta keeps a company research current. An analyst or a PM can open the company workspace, ask the AI to review a 10K earnings call or whatever, and update a thesis.
Bro,
And
don't.
then,
Okay, chat saying don't reread what you're saying.
Okay,
Try
okay.
to explain it. What are you gonna make, bro? Just say it in plain English. Don't reread that.
so I'm
tough.
basically making a way for a human analyst
Like
to
you interview
hold.
this guy like you got interviewed in YC.
Oh,
Yeah.
are we running that right now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
run it
mock
right
him,
now.
mock him.
Damn, bro,
Be like,
I'm
yo,
a
this
little, I'm a little buzzed.
Who
All right,
cares? Who
let's do it. All right.
Yeah, it's all good. Do it.
All right, let's start. So, what are you working on?
So what I'm working on.
Wait, let me start a video for this.
Oh, we're doing that?
Yeah,
Dude, we're vibing it right now though. But
Yeah, it's
I'll try. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So chat, my brother is applying for YC, and my friend Camille here got into YC, and he's gonna do a mock interview, like basically for YC. So John, pitch your company. Start it off, Camille.
All right, John, what are you working on?
And John, slow down. Take a breath, man. You're like breathing.
Yeah, I'm kinda
equity
tweaked.
research. Yeah. Okay, go.
KK. But yeah,
Wait,
so
Camille. Yeah, go,
Huh?
go.
Yeah, what are you working on, man?
yeah. So my company is Peralta Supervised AI. It's a way for human analysts to keep company research current. So Peralta Supervised AI maintains institutional equity research reports across business model, thesis, and everything. So and analysts can really just focus on making good investment decisions rather than just like updating stale reports that they use.
Okay, so what does that actually mean? Like, what does the product actually do?
So what the product actually does is you have this supervised workflow where you have a team of analysts. Some of
By the
the
way, in a
analysts.
real life YC application, I wouldn't be able to see this guy's like demo. We'd just be talking. But
Oh,
for the
damn,
purposes
really?
of this like meme, then we can like look through the. I can watch you like go through this. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like I actually have to like high level say it.
You have to be like saying it like. I mean, your
And
first.
it needs to make sense from the
Yeah,
words,
it needs to
right?
make sense from the words alone. Yeah, I mean that first answer is kind of like you just read off of your website, like
Oh, shit.
copy. But I mean, it's
Alright.
all good. I mean, I don't think
No,
this
no,
is like
no,
super
no,
serious.
no, no,
but-
I need that.
Yeah, I mean, the demo would only come up if I say like, hey, I think I want to see a demo.
Okay. Like literally explain it in one sentences.
Like two, 3 sentences. Yeah, and then
Okay,
I'll ask
okay.
you about it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, is that cheating then if I put the demo out?
No,
Like,
let's
we
look
can
at
go
it. We
through
want
the
to see
demo.
it.
It's cool.
It makes it more
It's
interactive.
cool.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, so you have initially like what you have is like a AI group chat where there's humans and AI analysts. In this specific group chat, there's two humans, Giannis and Drake, and then every other AI is an AI. So under the hood, they're literally agents that are some of them are on-prem. So for example, Kyrie, you could see them, they're on-prem, or Kobe, which is like literally just open AI. And they basically agentically collect sources for you, make those sources into artifacts, and then do updates on reports that you care about. So for example, like the AI would just like be 24/7 updating like these live reports as new info comes out.
Okay, I see. Okay, so why are you working on this exactly?
The reason why I'm working on it is because at my last company, I was working on a deal to buy 4 buildings. It was like $100 million or more, and that process actually took like 4 months. And within those 4 months, you would have to update stale reports, which stale is basically 2 to 3 days when you're working on a deal that big. So at that point, I was literally working whenever something new came up, and something new could come up at 8 p.m. And at the same time, I was like flying back and forth between Calgary and Vancouver. So basically, like I'm trying to solve that issue where like a human has to be on call. Instead of a human being on call, you could use this supervised
Okay,
AI to actually do the
who
work.
would be the customer then? Who would be the customer then?
The customer specifically is investment teams that make high investment decisions, like buying a property for like $100 million,
Okay.
or buying like public equity,
Okay.
buying public
Have you
equities.
talked to any of them about this? Like what like yeah, who have you talked to this about this idea? Do you have any customers for this?
Like my coworkers.
Okay, do you have any customers for this?
No.
Okay. Um have you done any user interviews? Like do you have any LOIs? Like how far along are you on this?
That I've talked to people. Yeah.
Okay, could you like who have you talked to?
Like my coworkers. Like literally from past and present.
Oh, past coworkers and present coworkers. Okay, and they're interested in like what are their thoughts? Like what do they think? Are they willing to like get into a contract with you? Like what's the situation there?
Right now, like I just made like this entire demo just like right now, and then probably next week they'll see it, and then I'll get confirmation on like whether or not I have to like keep working on it, or like I'm pretty like my next step here is literally
What have they told you? Have they said yes,
product
this is a
shaping.
problem for me and I want a solution to this problem? Or are they like just like, hey, I'll take a call with you to chop
Yeah, I'll
it up
take a
about
call
whatever?
with you.
I see, I see. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. I guess like, what do you understand about the prior art on this idea and like, what's different about your approach?
What's different about my approach is like, for example, when you use ChatGPT, a lot of people use it like a chatbot. The other competitor that I have is more like Yardi, which is like a enterprise software tool that has all the data. So right now, um, that open AI, the AI itself and the data are disconnected. So I'm bringing those together with my application, and then on top of that, I use humans to and with AI supervision, or like with use AI with human supervision to like connect that data. Man, I think I gotta work on that answer.
Okay.
Let me figure that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was.
Yeah. I'll figure that one out. That's what this meeting is for.
Okay. Dude,
I-
let me just pull up some questions that I used to ask. Hold on.
All right. But yeah, like, dude, I actually need a mock interview then.
You're getting a mock right now.
Yeah,
Okay, when did you start working on this?
good. Like, I've been working on the website itself for 2 months, but like to pivot to this exact thing, look, literally 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
So like this version of the app is almost like completely new.
Like this analyst
because
thing with like you working with AIs and stuff?
yeah, this is like
I see.
completely new.
Yeah, you
After I
completely
pivoted,
He pivoted hard.
yeah,
I
I
see.
pivoted hard after you literally looked at my application and it was like, this is I. So I literally pivoted hard and to exactly this.
Okay.
So like when you ask me, hey, who have you talked to about this? I like haven't had anything to talk to them about until like literally right now. So
Okay.
probably tomorrow, that's when I start like trying to get those like LOIs or whatever you're looking for. So maybe in a week I have like a better answer, but right now, no.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, like, how is that gonna affect just if they ask him that and he said nah, he's cooked?
If that's what and he says no,
Like,
like who have you talked about this?
Yeah.
Oh, he's cooked.
Yeah, it's
He's
dead
cooked.
then.
He's cooked.
Yeah,
He's
it's
done.
dead. Like
He's done. If he
literally
says,
the first
"Oh,
thing
I
I'm
haven't talked
doing
to anyone
tomorrow
about
is
this."
just getting to it.
If he says I haven't talked to anyone about this idea, it's gonna be like, bro, like you literally didn't watch any of our content. You didn't look at any of this stuff. Like mistake number one that most of these engineers make is like, especially with vibe coding, it's so easy to just vibe code stuff and just like sit in your room and just like create random bullcrap. And the truth is that like the hard part was never really like coding. YC funds like kids from MIT and shit. Like I don't think those bros are having trouble with coding stuff up. The problem has always been about like finding good stuff to work on, stuff that people care about, and then reaching the right people and getting them to like pay for it. And so if you're not doing that, you're cooked to begin with, right? We got in. When we got in, we had no code written. We had no design. We had no anything. We literally just had an idea and then a couple people that we talked to from me doing cold outbound. That's what we got in with, and some idea that I cooked up in like a weekend. So I think like that's kind of what's important, and like having a really good understanding of your customer. So when you gave me that answer, I was basically like, all right, if we were doing a YC interview right now, this guy would be cooked. But we're not really like worried about the YC interview. We're worried about your YC application. But I mean, yeah, it's primarily like that's the main thing. I mean, there's some other questions that I could ask you if you want to get into them, but that's like the most important thing. If you haven't talked to anyone about this, you're kind of cooked to begin with, I would say.
Damn.
It's gonna be challenging.
Okay.
But we're not
Yeah,
even
that's probably
at
the
that
first
stage
thing
yet. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So like the first thing I should do tomorrow is like message like 10 people and get a
Dude, it should not be 10 people, bro. It should be thousands, bro. You should be messaging like thousands of people, posting content like on LinkedIn, on Reddit, of whatever the hell you have.
Yeah.
And then
But like
just,
even my
anything.
pricing model is like literally one is like I don't know. Like if I take Y Combinator out of it, because like I'm actually trying to make money, like I don't like right now, I don't think I need to like have that much reach because it's like an enterprise software, not
Yeah,
like,
man. I mean, you just need people to like be willing to have a conversation with you. And so there are a few ways you can go about that. There's really like three, I would say. There's one, you know someone personally or someone can connect you. That's warm intros. Two is like you can like cold outbound someone like via a cold email. And then the third is they come inbound through your content. Pretty much. Those are the three ways if you high level look at it. And so there are the easiest ways if you go through your warm connections. You kind of did that, but the easiest way would be like you look through their LinkedIn connections and you say, oh, this person at this firm seems like they could potentially be a good customer. And so, hey, man, would you be willing to make a warm intro for me? And this is what I'm working on. And this is kind of what I want to talk to your bro about. I have a demo here if you want to take a look at it. So I'm not like tweaking out. So that'd be the easiest way. Warm intros are always the easiest way to go first. The second way is content. I personally think that content and marketing, at least for me, come a lot easier than sales. I've done both. And marketing for me is easier. That's why I recommended you do marketing.
Yeah.
And then the third is sales, doing cold outbound. Cold outbound can work as well. It's going to be a bit trickier. Talking to strangers and trying to get them to do things for you is always difficult, especially when you're kind of working out what the hell you're going to even be building in the first place. And so that's why I recommend it last. But cold outbound is the easiest to scale, especially like at the beginning when you have nothing. So if you have already exhausted your network and you've already tried posting stuff and no one's really like reaching out to you about it, then you can do cold outbound. And then you do cold outbound. There's a lot more tools these days. There's a startup from like some kids from my high school. They did Y Combinator called Clodo. You can check that out. There's also like Clay and Zoom Info and
like low key. I think my network's big enough to like do at least 100 warm intros. To be honest,
dude, then you should just start with warm intros. Like, here's the thing that I think people don't understand when they're like young and working on companies and stuff, is that like when you're like 21 years old and you like, especially if you didn't go to target school, your parents aren't rich, your parents aren't that well connected. You're kind of starting from scratch. You have no connections. You have to be. You basically have to do marketing. That's why Roy Lee with Cluely is marketing oriented, and that's why it's successful, right? It's very hard to start a enterprise sales oriented company. Well, I mean, they hit 7 million ARR with their first company, right?
Damn.
Right. So he hit, that guy's rich, right? That let's not even look at that guy too deeply. But the point I'm trying to make is that when you're younger, it's better to do marketing.
Yeah, dude,
when you're older, you might as well use warm intros.
Like...
That's the main advantage you have. You have a network and you have experience. That's the main advantage as an older person you have over a younger person. Younger person just has time, energy, and just like they just have time and energy. Older person has like wisdom, experience, and a network, and that leans itself more towards doing B2B. That's kind of the main trade-off that you make. That's why generally the best time to start a company is around the time you're in your mid-late 20s, because you have both. But like if the older you get, that's why it's better to go B2B enterprise anyways. So if you have 100 warm intros you could make, I would say that's where you should start. And then, be willing to throw away your product, I guess, basically, what you care about is making bread. Run it up!
But yeah, I really think I'm gonna just do it with purely warm intros for like I could do warm intros for like a long time. To be honest,
yeah, warm intros is a good plot. That's like the best way to do it, because people will actually tell you the truth. Like the thing is, it's hard to get the actual goats. Like imagine some bro hits you up or hits me up trying to do like a call with me, right? If you're grinding your job, you like have a girlfriend, you have friends, you like are doing some side projects of your own, you're going to the gym. You're not gonna have
Yeah.
like 30 minutes to spare with some random, unless it's like actually the most important problem of your life to solve.
Yeah.
Then you're not gonna give them any time, right? That's why
Right.
warm
Right.
intros are so much better.
Yeah. But like the other thing that I was thinking too is like shaping the product, like by having like a paid beta is kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah, bro.
Um,
Having
like
any paid customers is gonna be sick.
yeah, I think like that's what I'm trying to get to in the next quarter is like use warm intros because like I could do a quarter of like pretty much warm intros and then like hopefully one of those is like a paid beta is kind of what I'm thinking and then I shape the product that way.
Yeah, I mean that's chill, bro. If you get any paid customers, you're already better off than most YC companies, bro. You're better off than my YC company if you got paid customers, bro.
Yo, go through your app a little bit, like some small portions
Go
of the
through
app.
the app.
Like
I
just
don't
the
know. Like reading this at first glance, is it a little long? Like I
It's
should
hella
like
long, bro.
hella long. Like that should be like a paragraph, eh?
I mean, bro, it's as long as you need it to be to explain what you're doing. But frankly, I think you should be able to get away with one paragraph.
Yeah. Like I might just cut this out then, and this.
just write notes underneath. Don't edit it yet. Write notes underneath.
Nah, it's fine. Like why? Like it's already too long. Like it got pressure tested and I freaking read it.
Yeah.
like as I was reading it, is verbose.
Bro, that
Right?
shit was long AF.
Okay.
Yeah. Like
Okay, let's go
like
through the other
cut that
portions of it.
immediately.
Go
Huh?
down. Go down. Go down. Okay, how far along are you?
So, the version that I have is pretty much like it's already like usable by the user. That's like where I'm at. Like if a user asked me to generate a report for them, I could like do it right now. Um, like it would take me 24 to 48 hours to onboard them. Is kind of where it's at.
Yo, write that down.
Okay.
Is that good to say?
It'll just take 24 to 48 hours to onboard them. I think for
Yeah.
how far along are you?
Like too
I mean,
far. I literally over
I
engineered
feel like you're
this
writing
thing, like
you're writing hella shit on here, bro. Like, why
Yeah.
are you writing so much crap? I feel
Okay,
like the
yeah.
answer should just be like, bro, I have a working product that I think my customers can use, but I
Yeah.
haven't talked to any customers yet, and I have some sales
Yeah.
calls set up. That's basically all you would
Okay.
need to say.
All right. So it's like literally sentences. Like even this is kind of long too, eh?
Um,
Like
Maybe in a bit.
literally, like maybe it should be like two sentences.
actually, I'm down to take one more, bro. That shit is hella tasty. Shit is like candy, bro. It's actually over.
Okay,
Wait,
keep going down. Let's see what else you have there. Your screen.
Even this one's kind of long.
bro, shorten that. You don't need
Yeah,
fucking.
shorten that shit.
Yeah, that's so long. Like just
It's like
talking
you
about your
vibe coded
look.
this whole goddamn thing, bro.
No, I was like, maybe I'm tweaking on this application, eh? Like literally,
You're tweaking
this
so
could be
hard,
like
bro.
two sentences now that you say.
No, that keep it as is for now. But yeah, relook
All
at
right,
it.
all right.
But like talking about like why you're gonna having 4 paragraphs of why you want to build an SF
Yeah,
is crazy.
word. That's a little long,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah, even this, man. How long have you been working on this? Like, it should be like this, then, hey? Based on like this conversation.
How long have you been working? Yeah, bro. What was that? How'd you have 4
Yeah, that was
paragraphs?
that was
Let's see, let's
stupid as freaking hell, bro.
bro.
No, okay. Go. What's next?
What's the tech stack? Like even this is like borderline verbose. Like I could just say Vercel Super Base,
Yeah, you could definitely shorten
Codex
that.
OpenAI.
Yeah, you could certainly shorten that.
Like even this far.
I mean, it's just to include the models and the coding tools, but yeah, maybe like 2, 3 more sentences max. Yeah.
Like AI, like I only use like OpenAI and Codex. Like I don't use anything else. Something like that.
Bro, I mean, all right, man. Like, I feel like okay, now you're swinging too far deep. It's like
Too far deep?
I'm not.
Gosh.
I'm saying like, bro, you should not be writing 3 paragraphs about why you want to be, or 4 paragraphs about why you want to be located in SF. But you
Yeah,
also
yeah,
don't need
yeah.
to like make it 2 sentences about what you're like, what tech stack you're using, right? Like, there's somewhere in the middle is probably a good happy medium.
All right.
Is what I would
Okay.
say.
I'll figure this out later then.
Yeah. Dog fooding 500 public companies. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's chill. That's a chill answer.
All right.
That's a chill answer. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this shit's too long too.
Nah, yo,
Like I'm cutting that.
you write this or you AI generated it?
I freaking AI generated this shit. What are you crazy?
Bro, it's the
I have
same
better
problem
shit
with
to do, like
James
build
bro.
from my clients,
That's how I
bro.
looked at this.
Like,
Of no way, this is human written, bro. So clown, bro.
bro, like obviously I'm focused on building so I could do a demo and like do warm intros like with a real thing. Like I'm not trying to like
This is so funny.
write a full YC application.
Oh my god, man.
But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, bro, I mean, I think whatever comments I gave you last time are still similar. I don't even remember. I'm not gonna look through all this. You want me to read through all this shit?
Nah, don't.
Yeah, okay. Like, you
Nah,
want me
I
to
get
do
your
this?
point though. It's a
Bro,
little
like
much.
it's like okay, man. If it's like you're writing AI slop, and then you want me to read your AI slop and tell you what's wrong with it, that's kind of like, all right, man. Maybe you should take a first
You're
pass
right.
at it.
No,
You're
like,
right. You're right.
who cares about this previous batch? Go to the next question. Like,
Yeah. You're right.
Codex OpenAI research.
Like even this is way too much.
Okay,
bro.
okay, okay,
Like,
just answer it right
like,
now. Like,
I'll
why
just
did
cut this, man.
why did you pick this idea to work on, bro?
I picked this idea to work on because I literally had a use case in my real job.
Yeah, that thing you said about the flying around between the places
Yeah,
and
like
having the on-call thing, that was a reasonable enough explanation.
Add that.
You maybe write a
them.
couple sentences about that, and then you say, you know, domain expertise, that you literally had this problem. You're a CPA.
No, he was an investment
right,
analyst.
or-
He was on the buy
Yeah,
side.
you say a couple things about that. You say like the problem you experienced, the exact situation, and then you're chilling, bruh.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
chill.
KK. I'll like literally be like,
And
I
then you have a
got put
network
on
of
call
people that
on
you can
this
reach
for,
out
like,
to about this.
4
and
months
then
straight, basically.
you're chilling.
Alright. But oh my god. I get what you guys are saying now that you said it. I don't
just
know.
hella
Like,
AI
they're giving you
generated, that's what it looks
they're
like, yeah.
like my opinion. I don't know. Maybe I'm not I'm like a finance guy. So,
Yo,
like,
it doesn't
the
even
people
say
that-
Yardi. You said Yardi earlier. I don't even see Yardi there.
It is up here.
Where?
Yardi,
It's first,
Yardi and
second
CoStar.
sentence, yeah.
Like, it's just so weird because like you guys are in tech, so like you guys are like wearing t-shirts to work, wearing jeans to work. Like where I go to work, they're like wearing suits and ties and want like a freaking whole pitch book. It's just a little bit different, you know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
it's obviously all new to me. It's kind of funny.
How will you
though.
make money, bro? I want to hear this.
So the first wedge is a paid design partner pilot. Customer
Bro,
gives
don't be
profit-
reading this plot on me. Don't be reading the slop to
Oh,
me.
okay,
Don't
okay,
read the
okay.
slop to
Alright,
me. I'm gonna kill
alright.
myself.
just
Low
drop.
key,
Oh,
just don't
shit.
even look. Just don't even look
Shit,
at your
shit,
own
shit.
answer.
Don't look
All
at
Don't
right,
even
okay,
look at
okay,
your
yeah.
own answer, bro.
Yeah,
How would you
yeah.
make money?
Oh,
Killing
let me
myself.
delete that ASAP. The way that I'll make money is business to business. So I'll reach out to real estate investors first. Is kind of like my first wedge. I know that those real estate investors manage reports on their holdings. So let's say they have 100 companies. They have like a living, breathing document on the strategy of that company. I'm gonna propose like using this software to keep those up to date for them. Right now, they use probably like 1 to 2 analysts per 50 properties. So I could probably like up the capacity of those 2 analysts to like 2x or 3x with this software.
Okay, so then like, what are you gonna charge people, and like, how much are you gonna actually like make? How many people can you charge this to?
Where, like in
Bro, this
Vancouver or Calgary
bro,
specifically?
like this is the answer for like how are you gonna make money and then like how much money
Yeah,
can you
yeah,
make? How are you gonna make
yeah.
money is like you're charging them to replace analyst work, like how much you're gonna charge them for that, and
So,
then
like,
how much could you make is like how many companies can you charge for this?
oh, you're talking about the
Basically.
time analysis, so you're gonna be like, I'm gonna charge
This is the TAM
99.
analysis question, bro. Yeah.
Okay, you have to do a time analysis. John, what's a time analysis?
TAM
Bottoms
analysis
up.
pricing. Yeah.
So for this, like from my network alone, like probably 40, like in my network, I'm just talking about like bottom up, like warm intros, probably 40 people, and that 40 real estate specific people. I would charge them 7,000 per month for this software.
Wait, dog, we're talking
Write it
about
down. Write it
like
down.
yeah, you can write that down, 7,000 a
Yeah,
month,
yeah,
that's cool. But like when we're talking about like I mean, one, you should probably justify that, like why you're thinking that number. And
yeah.
two, like how many people total, like how many companies in the world, right? Like how many
Oh, how
investment
many
firms
people in
total
the
in the
world? Like
world?
I'm talking.
How many
Okay, yeah.
investment firms in the world could you charge for this software? Yeah, outside of just
Okay.
those heads.
All right.
Because then,
Okay.
like I said, you want billion-dollar plus market.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just do the simple math for that.
Okay. Yeah, like the reason why I came up with the 7K is because like we literally hired two analysts for this type of work, and like 7K is like not even close to their salary.
Yeah.
And then also like how many real estate investment people there are, there's like a ton. Like
Yeah.
probably millions. And you're charging a million times 7,000, that's like already 7 bill.
Mm.
Or sorry, a million that times 7,000, that's like seven. Yeah.
Some big ass number.
Yeah.
It's like a massive number. So like there's your answer then. But like I'm thinking realistically for myself. Like if I'm trying to get this in the next 3 months, realistically, could I replace my income is kind of what I'm thinking. Like I like low key, I'm like literally applying for YC as a pressure test, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
But like I'm definitely getting value out of this.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, bro.
But yeah, was that answer good or not? Like
I mean, kind of, yeah. I mean, I think you need to look into the numbers a little bit more, but I think, the general vibe of like, 7,000 because that's way less than what we were paying those bros. That's like pretty reasonable. And then also, there's probably like a ton of those bros, so then we can replace all those bros. That's basically what you can. That's then you can like do the math on that. Easy peasy.
okay, I'll figure that. Like you would pitch it that way, like replacing like an analyst. Like
Well,
I was
that's the
trying to pitch
ideal,
it
right?
like
If you're
I
replacing,
can.
if you're replacing them, you can take more of the money because you're replacing work, right?
Yeah,
Like the
yeah,
more of the workflow you own, the more money you can charge because the more
yeah.
value you're providing.
Like, do you think I changed the positioning then towards like
Well, it's not about positioning, it's
replacing?
about what you can actually do. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like this is about what you can actually provide. I mean,
right,
obviously the ideal is that you take over their job, but like I don't know if you
right.
can actually do that. I don't know enough about your business. So,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, okay, that makes sense. 'Cause, yeah, I was kind of thinking about positioning a little too much then. Damn.
Okay, scroll down. What's the rest of it?
Oh, it's just like equity and all that stuff. It like doesn't even really matter. But yeah, no, I get the point now a little bit. Like a little bit too verbose.
Yeah, it's like what convinced you to
And
apply to
not
YC?
clear.
It's 3 paragraphs.
Yeah. No,
Convincing
no.
like
That is definitely something I gotta fix. Yeah, I don't even know. I have no excuse for that.
Yeah, man. I think maybe
My
bump
bad.
that down to like maybe a couple sentences or something.
All right.
It doesn't really matter. I mean, that answer doesn't matter too much, but
Yeah.
yeah, wait. There was an answer that you skipped over, I think, right? The other ideas you were thinking about
Yeah.
right there. Replacing that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is chill. This is fine. This generally looks okay. Just from
Yeah.
skimming it. I'm not pressed, yeah.
Okay.
Submit that thing, man.
Nah. Obviously, I'm gonna make all those changes. Damn, bro.
Yeah, I gotta make a lot of changes to mine too.
Yeah, that's a lot. But yeah, like high key, man. I'm not even thinking about like, oh, how do I make a bill? I'm literally out here trying to be like, yo, I want to work for myself for like 20K a month.
Dude, no, that's
Like
totally
that's kind of
chill.
like honestly, bro. That's kind of like what I'm thinking.
That's totally chill, man. Yeah, I mean, if you can make that happen, that's pretty sick. Just from a Y Combinator perspective, they're gonna be like, bro.
Yeah, they might just be like, bro, 20K a month.
They'd be like, bro.
But like to me, that means a lot. To be honest,
course,
like
yeah,
it
of
means a lot
course.
if I could like make 20K a month and it's my own business and it's not like a paycheck.
Yeah, of course, of
So I
course,
could like be with people and stuff.
of
Like,
course.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
then why take on VC?
I don't know, bro. That's what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the VC and the YC is just such a high bar to get to that if I try to go for that bar, I'll like accidentally make 20K too. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
It's like a moonshot kind of philosophy is like what I operate on. But yeah, like realistically, I'm just literally trying to replace my income.
Yeah.
But I kind of get the YC, bro.
Makes sense, bro.
All right, giga chilling, bro.
Damn.
All right. Go work on that app. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go work
yeah,
on
yeah. Do
mine.
you guys actually want to see it in action too,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
not?
show a quick demo real quick.
Yeah. I'll show you the quick demo. So basically, this is the user journey. So they open up the app.
I think that idea is kind of more interesting than your other ones, like keeping company research current, like because you generate a report, but it needs to be a living doc and just keep pulling in data.
Yeah.
And it's like
So like,
transforming.
so like the use case that I'm trying to solve, like with this specific demo, is like the AI. So usually, like an analyst gets an earnings call at like 7 a.m. or even 8 a.m. These guys are working like 70 to 80 hours a week, like on the phone, basically. Sometimes they get an earnings call and they have to update their memos, and then clients would reach out to them and be like, "Yo, after this earnings call, is this a up or a down rating?" And then they would have to answer that, and usually that would be like a whole hour or two of just like going through Excel documents and like updating numbers. So basically, that's like the workflow that I'm trying to automate.
I see.
So like the analyst could literally just like keep on maintaining client relationships rather than like being behind a desk type thing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Let's
so
do the
like
demo.
the workspace, you have like a bunch of different AIs on the side.
Yo,
and
Paul, what
can
do you think about his idea now that he changed it up? Like from his last one that you saw. John, keep going. We'll answer that deep. We'll answer that in a bit. Caesar in the building.
Oh damn, Caesar. Where was I? Dang, I'm cooked too, man. I'm crashing out. I'm literally on like low sleep, and I'm actually like kind of emotionally invested in this company too bad, bro.
Yeah, earlier you said you'll die
Like
for it.
I was crashing out, man. I crashed out like 5 times this week on this app, low key. That's how much I care, though.
No, that's good, bro. That's good.
What do you mean by crashed out? Did you like punch your computer?
No, I'm not like that.
Told you an
Like
accident?
I just get emotional and heated. Like how I'm talking right now is like how I don't normally talk.
No, you tweak out usually.
Nah, can't you tell I'm tweaking right now?
Yeah, but you do that.
Yeah, I just do that regularly. Like I'm literally a Kanye West type figure, bro. Like I will crash out. Okay, Camille, like
you might not get funding
telling you?
talking about that. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I don't care, bro. Like, dude,
Respect.
I literally will try so hard to make money out of this. Like, if this idea is stupid, I'll go to a customer, they'll tell me it's stupid. I'll pivot like 3 days exactly how I did 3 days ago. Like that's the funniest thing. People are being like, "Ah, this is a bad app." Like just wait in like a year and then you can't even like you'll see a big diff.
Yeah, no, I totally believe it, bruh. I mean, the fact that you're flexible and AI makes it hell easy to code is hella
Bro.
chill.
Like honestly, when I look at this, I like the I would pay for this software when I was working when I was working in like investments. Literally, like when I was working in asset management, I would literally use this tool 24/7. That's kind of how I built it.
Yeah, man. I mean, the thing I'm thinking when I look at this product is probably like, I mean, I think, the analyst is probably gonna get some value out of this. I'm not sure how obvious the value is gonna be for like the decision maker, right? When you do sales, especially like
Yeah,
larger enterprise sales, you actually need to convince the decision maker of the value. Even if the end user gets the value, like the manager or whatever that's making the decision needs to see that the value is there for them as well.
right.
Yeah, so it's like two parties you kind of need to think about.
Yeah. Yeah. I think right now I have to really focus on the decision maker. Like when I do this demo, I'm gonna definitely like refocus on that.
Hmm.
Um but yeah, like right now, I would say like even the decision maker themselves is actually like the equity research analyst at a firm. So like they're literally the ones feeling the pain point, and usually they do actually have budget for this. Um so yeah, like what you're looking at, you could literally just like add one of the AI teammates and be like, update meta with the recent pack. I need an update on the valuation section. So like basically the AI is just gonna run and do that. Specifically like one of the I don't know, this is like a feature that I obviously like overbuilt. Like some of these AIs are on prem. So like for example, Kyrie, like I know you're gonna laugh at this, but like Kyrie is like on prem. So like for a real estate company, like they have rent rolls with users like phone numbers and stuff on that. They can't be sending that to OpenAI. So like I also tested like on prem. um I don't know, that's like a selling feature for like real estate companies. But yeah, so like the AIs themselves are able to
Like
get like the full
when you see
source of the
other YC
document.
founders in your batch, are they just tweaking out like this or even harder? Like building shit and like I don't know. Like
Um,
how what's his tweak level compared to
dude, I mean, like, I don't know, bro. Like,
Like that's a
they're
little
usually more
overbuilt,
chilled
bro.
out, I guess. I don't know.
That's
I
way
mean,
too
usually bros
overbuilt,
are
bro.
not like vibe coding some crap and then like, going around and like vibe coding some new crap. I feel like it's usually like, let's try to talk to some bros and then like get them to pay for this, or it's like let's vibe code some shit and then post it. Those are kind of the two main approaches, not let's vibe code some shit and then go talk to bros about it. Like one on one. That's
Oh,
a bit of a unique strategy. I mean,
yeah,
bros are
because like
always like tweaking for sure, but like about like different kinds of shit.
I think the difference is like you live in SF where the risk tolerance is very high. Like I literally sell this to people in like Alberta, Calgary. Like those guys are super conservative when it comes to money. Like unreal.
Mm.
So you kind of have to come with something hard, like not abstract to actually get their attention. But like maybe if I was operating in SF, then it's easier like to just use words. But yeah.
Uh, I mean, it depends. It definitely depends.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, like I actually tweaked a little bit on that.
I mean,
Like I agree.
it's more fun to vibe code than it is to like sell. But
Yeah, where
yeah,
I should vibe code and sell at the same time. Like I'll literally do that.
like you saw that
Uh,
garbage that I told you about that we made money off of, right? Like that shit, that was
Damn.
complete garbage, and somehow people paid us like a ridiculous amount.
how'd you
Like,
get
Like
someone to buy it?
dude, I don't even understand how it worked. I think it was just a
yeah,
good
how'd you
problem.
do
It was just
that?
a good problem, bro. I think it was just a good problem. And then I was good at copywriting. Like we got the copywriting good. And so like someone just thought it was good.
For
And then
what? Which one?
that mock
Oh,
interviewer
okay.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
But that's like
And that got
that's yeah.
funding or
No,
like
no,
how
that was just
many?
something I did for fun, like as a side project.
Damn, and that made money. But
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. Okay.
yeah.
I'll think about that next time. Like now that I already have the product,
Yeah.
like the
No, it's
insane
cool
thing
though.
is
You
like
build
literally
like
somebody could use
a
it,
lot of
bro.
people. They don't even know
They
how
don't
to
build
build
anything,
shit, bro.
yeah.
They don't even build
Yeah.
shit. You build shit.
Yeah.
You taught yourself how to
Like
code by building shit.
yeah, like low key, if I don't get into YC, do you think I could do like an actual product role in the valley or nah?
I mean, like product management or like
No,
coding.
like, yeah, maybe like a product engineer or something.
I mean, you could probably do the job, but I mean, like passing the interview and doing the job are different.
Oh yeah, word.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could
That
probably
makes
do the
sense.
job honestly. A lot of people they don't really like you're
Bros are just vibe coding these days most of
yeah,
the time.
and
Anyways.
you're like pretty motivated to actually learn and do shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And learn
No,
and
that's just like a random thought that I had, but no, like really my only focus is like replacing my income with this. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And like based on what you said, I literally have to vibe code and talk on the phone at the same time. And that is actually easy for me to do. So that's what I'm gonna start doing starting tomorrow probably.
so you're gonna be making a bunch of phone calls at the same time you're like cooking on this website.
Yeah, obviously, like that's what AirPods are for. Like I literally will have my phone and be like, "Yo, X person, like, would you use this app? Let's hop on a call, bro." I run 30 marketing calls in an hour. That's light
Yeah,
work.
tweak out on that. Tweak
I
out
will
on that.
tweak out. I will tweak out. Like based on that feedback that you just said, like, bro, I'm selling tomorrow. Like low key, the product is like sellable. Like they can be onboarded in 24 to 48 hours is like literally where the product's at.
She just said, bro, Sunday's the Lord's Day. Just chill out and start on Monday.
Hell no. What are you saying? Did you see my GitHub since I started this? Pull my GitHub
Pull it up. You have your
commit
thing.
history. This guy,
You
man.
see your GitHub.
These kids are like, "Oh, I work hard, bro. You want to see my GitHub for the last month?"
But tweaking out for 1 month, you gotta tweak out for like 5 years straight, bro.
Yeah, I'm a tweak out for 5 years straight. But yeah, I pretty much just like got the idea and then I pivoted like at least 20 times in the last month.
Show your GitHub, bro. Somebody show your GitHub.
This is the GitHub. I'm
You're
not
not
showing
showing
my
it.
private repos. Hell no.
No, like
You
show
can
your
see my
GitHub
graph.
profile. You're not.
That
showing,
is my
You're
profile.
not showing shit on the screen.
Oh, what? Oh shit. Really? My bad. Hold up.
Oh, somebody! Oh, he needs some milk.
Is this it? You guys can see that?
No, we
Or
don't see
not?
anything.
Oh, shit.
I'll just look you up, bro.
Nah. Yeah. Here. There you go.
There it is.
But yeah, no. I'll do that for 5 years. I like to be honest with you, I couldn't have done this without Codex. Is the crazy thing. Like when Codex came out, I just like played with it, and I was like, oh no, did he? And then it like, I went crazy with it. I literally I'm addicted to vibe coding, but like. I swear to God, I gotta get some marketing calls out there. Everybody, dude, I know I gotta get to like outbound. No Diddy though.
Wait, why'd you miss a few days in March? This looks a bit off.
I just didn't commit.
But you
Or
were
like
working
I
that
just
day?
did, like I forgot. I forget. Like I think like I was working on a different repo and then like I wasn't committing it to GitHub or something.
Who are you
So, like,
following?
Who am I following? Just you guys. These goofs. Like no, I don't know. I don't really use GitHub for that. Like I use GitHub for like
Guy not
actually
even following me
what
back
it's
is
for.
crazy.
What? I follow you.
No, it says right there you're not following me.
What?
Oh, never mind.
You're the only
Big
guy I
app.
follow. I don't even follow Isaac. Damn, bro.
No, keep it up, bro. Do this for a whole 5 years straight.
my
Like
God,
that much
yeah, yeah,
commits,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
gonna be solid.
Yeah. But yeah, like okay, like post-mortem on that. Obviously, a lot of verboseness.
Yeah, what's the postmortem? Like, sum it up for him, and then we'll hop off.
Bro, way too verbose. Don't be doing that vibe coded stuff and then show me the vibe code shit without like looking through it yourself at least type plot. Like, come on now, that's bare minimum. And then yeah, I think like I mean, I didn't go super deep into some of that stuff, but I think, maybe a little bit clearer, like sense of like a clearer business sense, not just as much product focus. Focus on how you're gonna get sales and like how you're gonna make money and that sort of stuff. Not just like, bro, look at all this vibe coded stuff that I just built with Codex. Like I'm goated. I think that's kind of the main thing. Like, how are you gonna get customers and grow that? I think that's the main
Yeah.
thing.
Okay.
All right, get on those calls, bro.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright.
Get the sales. All right. Peace.
Peace. All right, chat. We're done for today. It was a long 3-hour stream. How's that?
Yes, sir.
Chat, you got any last questions for him? What are you gonna do? Still going out? Or are you gonna sleep?
I mean, I'm down. Are you?
I'm down.
All right.
Okay. Where are we gonna go?
Whatever, bro. I'm down for whatever.
Let me put some stuff. Yo, chat, ask him questions real quick. Let me get ready.
Beast mode, Lico, beast mode, Lico, beast mode, Lico, beast mode, Lico, beast mode.
Should I scroll through?
Beast mode, Lico, beast mode, Lico, beast mode. This is not.
Oh, Caesar's saying 10-15 full.
Chat, ask him some questions about Citadel or Quant or whatever. Yeah, deep.
Deep.
Ask
jot.
whatever questions you have.
Let me scroll.
Rewrite
Where's
them.
Deep
No, just
jot?
go down. He's gonna just rewrite.
Rewrite them.
Rewrite
Okay.
them. Rewrite them.
GPA matter if you want big trading comps. I mean, everything always matters, I would say, to some extent, especially for a prestige-oriented place like the Quant Lab or the Quant firms. But you could try to just leave it off if you can avoid it. Yeah, but I mean, if you had like Fang type internships, then you'll probably be able to swing the interview. I mean, I'm assuming this guy is like a student. That's why. I'm assuming he's a student.
Do you think like internship matters more than job or no?
I mean, bro, if you're experienced, then the job matters more. But I mean, both are kind of similar. The poker questions, and is the plane thing real? I'm not gonna talk too much about the poker question stuff. Plane thing, I mean, they flew me first both ways. Yeah, so if that's what you're referring to, the plane thing. Do you need good foundation in probability? So I'm not a quant researcher, so I wasn't really worried about like probability kind of interview stuff. But I think for quant research, you do actually kind of need to worry about that. But I don't know, I haven't done those interviews.
What do you think? He plays top 25 IMC trading out of 22K teams.
Yeah, I mean, focusing on projects and internships is definitely normal. Yeah, I mean, you can only do so much about the things you can control. I mean, if you can't change your GPA, then like, you gotta suck it up. But if you like, the best way to get those kinds of opportunities is one, to kind of like get a better resume, which is like prestige max. And then if you can't prestige max, like, you just have to apply right now, then the second step is you have to actually apply or like get some sort of referral or someone. Ideally in this trading challenge, you would have met some recruiters and you can talk to the recruiters there, or they would ideally be hitting you up. That's kind of what I would say.
What school do you go to?
Me?
No, him. Like,
Oh, that
are
bro.
you in a target school or what? Should I do Georgia?
Bro, I think master's programs are cope. I think master's programs in grad school is cooked. I think you should just be focusing on like getting bread, is my opinion.
The game money.
Yeah, just get the bread, or like, work at like the most prestigious place that you can. If you can't work anywhere prestigious, then maybe the master's makes sense. If you're like so cooked that you can't, then getting the master's might be helpful. But I don't think it's going to be like the differentiator, getting a master's versus not, if your goal is to get into quant. Most of the people I feel like were just bachelors and they just went to prestigious schools or did prestigious internships or jobs before. Yeah.
All right, chat, we're out. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.
This is not my main thing, really I'm a coder. Coffee stains and name chains, I am such a loner. San Francisco bases got me slowly taking over. I can't wait to show you that I'm gonna take it over. Lico, beast mode, 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 Lico, beast mode. This is not my main thing, really I'm a coder. Coffee stains and name chains, I am such a loner. San Francisco bases got me slowly taking over. I can't wait to show you that I'm gonna take it over. Lico, beast mode, 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 Lico, beast mode.